You still have the archive up, or did you close it?
I closed that out.
Okay.
Yep. So thanks for joining us. We are back at it. We have severe storms moving in. Meteorologist Zach Gilday, Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff is here too. And we got another tornado watch. So I'll show you that right here. So again, this does include Benton County, Delaware County, Carroll County, McDonald, and Berry County. So again, we're back under a tornado watch. This is going to be in effect until 9 p.m. So we're watching. Dan, you saw those storms on your way in.
Yeah, I did. They had some structure. I mean, we're looking at we were looking at some overshooting tops. You can see the back sheared anvil. What's wild is you can't get a view on it on any of our cameras looking off to the west because there's too much cloud debris. But we had a perfect view of it driving in from Springdale. So did get a little bit of rest, but that's a few hours. I know Zach, you maybe got a few hours as well. Just an unruly weather pattern, to say the least. Let me go ahead and preface something and clarify something. There was no doubt tornadoes in Benton County. I know you're hearing multiple news outlets, including national news, saying that it might have just been straight line winds. Forget about that. Don't even pay attention to that. It was not straight line winds. There may have been straight line winds that have been mixed in with the tornado debris, but there were multiple tornadoes. We got multiple pictures. I haven't been able to sift through all the information, but it absolutely was tornado damage and multiple tornadoes, maybe 8 tornadoes that touched down in our weather coverage area from one supercell. I just wanted to preface that because people are saying straight line winds. The reason that those national news networks are saying that is because they haven't done the survey yet. So the Weather Service did the survey for Claremore, saw it was EF2 as of now. Damage information is still going on. But let's talk about this storm that's coming in, Zach.
Yeah, so this storm has had a history of producing some very large hail, golf ball sized hail. And
new warning is going to be coming out.
I think a new warning is going to be coming out soon. This storm is still producing hail, still producing some heavy rain, lightning, and maybe a little bit of circulation. We're going to be watching that. Another little cell just north of McDonald County. So we're back on this stream. Got another tornado watch, and it does include Benton County here. So again, our thoughts and prayers are with everybody who was affected last night from those devastating storms. But we're dealing with more storm potential this afternoon, and this threat is going to be going into the evening hours too. I think Washington County might be getting some of these storms potentially too.
Could be extended farther south. There's a little uncertainty how far south that development will be, but with this type of environment and the boundary that's off to the west, Zach, I know you just got in as long as us, but additional storms can pop up west of this cold front.
I think we should push this to our weather app too.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I didn't know if that was done or
not.
No,
I didn't do it yet. It did get pushed to the KNW app.
Okay.
So that's good. But for like a minute, though, if you clicked on it, it was us from last night. So that wasn't good.
Well, yeah, that's because that was the last time that we launched the stream.
Yeah.
So people are just going to see what the last thing that happened.
It was us like falling asleep.
Yeah. I know. We were pretty tired.
Yeah.
But what can you do, man?
Yeah.
I literally hit a brick wall.
Yeah. So
someone said, please turn it off. I know. We wish we could.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, Ava, wish we could. Yeah, look at all this severe weather across Missouri. And that's all along the front. Now, the main energy is north of us, but we're still seeing some storms just right on the doorstep. Again, the Grove area in Delaware County. These storms are definitely moving southeast along that front.
So southeast will take it into northern Benton County, an area that's already been hit hard. Whether it makes it into Rogers remains to be seen, but I'm going to push this out on our app here right now.
Yeah, so right now it's pretty quiet, but in northern Delaware County, going to be getting pretty loud soon. We can turn on the lightning and see how much lightning is ongoing. There's a lot of lightning. And that cell just north of McDonald County, that's showing some hail and some lightning too. So we're going to have to watch that one. But the cell that's of concern is definitely that one moving into northern Delaware. Yeah, they're going to reissue that severe storm warning.
I think so for Delaware County.
Yeah, because we're seeing some hail up to 2 inches in the very center of that hail core.
And Michael Lacey just said with the Weather Service that lightning probability in the region could affect recovery cleanup efforts in the path of last night's tornadoes. Whoa. Let me bring that back up on Springfield. It will have the wording PDS. However, we are just on the western edge of the higher significant threat area. The tornado threat increases to the east. So a new particularly dangerous situation tornado watch is coming out. Now that might not most likely include, and I don't know, let's see, that was 355. That's going to be a new watch. That's not the watch that we're under. That's not a PDS tornado watch. But probabilities are starting to pop up, and those storms are going to pop up and develop more to the southeast. So here we go. I'm pushing this out right now. So if you have our Weather Authority app and you've been watching the live stream, then you're going to get this notification. If you haven't been watching, then we're going to see these numbers pop up here. Is that already looks like a supercell, and I can tell you firsthand, visually, it looked like a supercell.
Yeah, it's got a little hook, and it's got a big hail core, a lot of lightning. It's got that look that we don't want to see. And a lot of people asking about Northwest Arkansas. Right now, it is in Oklahoma, but this storm is going towards Benton County. So I think we're going to be seeing Benton County being impacted with storms within the next half hour.
Yeah, you can see the wind shear too. This should have a severe thunderstorm warning on it. If it's not, it's going to have it almost immediately. This is going to be for northern Delaware County, southern Ottawa County, and then the Weather Service out of Springfield will likely warn on it for McDonald County in southwest Missouri. So we want to do a storm track on that. Let's look at the latest threats too, Zach. You were showing
there it is right there.
Okay. I was going to say that has to be severe now.
Yeah.
So we'll pop up that information.
Here it is.
Yep. Got the new warning information. And notice how that motion is going to be taking it into northwest Benton County. So, Zach, it's time for game time here.
Yeah, so this storm is producing some large hail, damaging winds, a whole lot of lightning. And right now it's impacting far northern Delaware County, but it's going to be entering Benton County pretty soon here. So, again, this is a severe storm warning. It's going to be in effect around 4:45 p.m., and we are seeing another supercell along that cold front. So a lot of you are probably wondering what's going on. So we got a cold front making its way through, and that's going to serve as the trigger for these storms. So again, we're looking at Delaware County right there, but here's a wide view, a wide picture of what exactly is going on. Notice that cluster of storms that is moving across the Tennessee Valley, the Appalachian Mountain area. That is a cluster that did move through last night. That was out ahead of the cold fronts, and now we got a cold front moving in. So that's going to be the focus for those storms. And here is the latest risk. And if we zoom in on that, notice how pretty much the whole forecast area is under a slight risk for severe storms. Once again, all hazards are going to be on the table for us. And breaking down those hazards right here, we got them.
2 days of a hook echo tie, Zach. Come on now.
Yeah, so again, notice the hatched area of tornadoes.
Oh.
Now it's clipping Boone and Newton County.
Look at that. That is increased dramatically.
So tornado potential is definitely there for us. That hatched area, that is significantly large hail. So above hen egg size hail is going to be a really big issue potentially. Damaging winds and flooding, because we've already had a lot of rain, and these supercells are not moving that fast, and they're just going to be dumping down more rain. So that's the day one outlook. So again, this is for this afternoon and evening hours. And let's just look at the radar real quick and just show you what's going on. Again, this is the latest severe storm warning. And this storm just blew up. I was looking at the radar at like, I don't know, 2, and it was nothing was going on. But then it just blew up. And did you see the temperatures out there, Dan?
Yeah, it's like 90.
We're in the mid-90s.
Yeah. This is what you call convective temperature. And this is why the storms are popping up, because we have reached what's called convective temperature. Now, yeah, there you got it right there. 90 degrees in Fayetteville, mid-90s in the River Valley. Now look at our P Ridge camera, Zach. If we could bring that up, I'll show you something here real fast. So if we look at P Ridge, you're going to notice there's the overshooting top and the backsheared amble. That's the amble from that thunderstorm. And look at how crisp it is too. That is a healthy updraft. So in the middle of your screen, right there is the updraft of that cell looking west, and already set the storm motion from the warning, and it's already starting to spin too near Bernice. And we'll bring that up on Mega Doppler here. There's Fort Smith. Everything's really quiet in Fort Smith right now. Yeah, we still have more storms that are coming our way. There's a look at Mega Doppler. We'll do a storm track on this. This tracks to the southeast. This is going to be moving into Benton County. And this is a supercell that's going to cause an issue, Zach.
Yeah, and Benton County got devastated last night. It's on the Rogers area. So if you're just joining us and didn't know what happened last night, so we had devastating tornadoes that went through Benton County last night, impacting Rogers and the Decatur area, the Bentonville area. And now we got another supercell that's going right towards Benton County. Just putting on the mic and IFB just in case we have to go back on TV. But you can see that severe storm warning right there. That's for northern Delaware County, and that's just making its way towards Benton County. Yeah, Matthew Taylor, I see that comment. Future track. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's show you a future. Keep in mind, future track it's not exactly what's going to happen. It's just an idea about what might happen. So again, here's the HRRR model. Again, notice how it's not showing the storm over the Delaware County area.
Yeah. So HRRR is not worth it here.
Tornado watch.
Now that's going to be the PDS watch, I think, Zach. We're going to look at this for Boone County, an area that was hard hit already.
Yeah, so this is one of our computer models. Then if we go forward in time, we can show, look at that. Latest model run.
Yeah, blows up storms all along.
Yeah, see how this storms just along that frontal boundary really explode, and we're seeing as far south as the Interstate 40 corridor here. Again, we got a tornado watch. That has been extended into the Boone County area.
Yeah, I'm going to ask a Little Rock if that's PDS. Exactly. We got to get mic'd up.
I see that comment. Storm is rotating quickly.
Especially in the mid-levels. We have INX on there.
What radar do you think we should use?
Oh, INX for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of range folding.
Well, yeah, but that's okay. There's nothing there. That's why it's range folding, because it's not showing any velocities, because there's nothing to hit off of. So there's no low-level rotation at the moment, but it's ramping up quick. So, all right, everyone. So here we are on a Sunday, May 26th. We were already here earlier this morning with multiple tornadoes that were confirmed. Even though the Weather Service hasn't gone out and surveyed it, there was no doubt tornado in Rogers. Tornado went right through the heart of downtown. It went through Walnut, got blasted really, really hard. Everyone in Northwest Arkansas is under the threat for severe weather. I know the tornado watch only goes to Benton County, but it is going to be including other areas. So let's take a look here at radar from INX. We'll give you the latest information on this severe thunderstorm warning. Bring this up full. So there's a severe thunderstorm warning till 4:45. So just a little before 5 o'clock. Storm track right now is tracking east-southeast at 30 miles an hour. It says east, but if you'll notice here, that storm is right turning. And it may not make it into the Bentonville-Rogers area, but it's going to be close. And Bella Vista is under the gun. So let's see if Boone County is included. Okay, so PDS watch is included for Boone County.
Yep.
And the rotation's already starting to ramp up. Here is a look at the track of this storm moving east-southeast. I'm going to take it kind of over Bella Vista over the next hour and a half. This gives you an idea of the timing and where it's going and when it's heading there. So, yeah, there's a lot of wind shear, man, already in the atmosphere. The atmosphere is primed once again for severe weather potential. So Bella Vista, you have a little over an hour now to prepare for this. This will not be moving into Siloam Springs. So there's good news there. However, if this right turns anymore, it could be moving into Bentonville and Rogers, an area that is already stricken with damage. They've got a lot of issues with lightning. These storms are highly electrified, by the way, extremely electrified. And Gravit is going to be very close to the path of this, maybe just a little bit north. So we'll continue to watch for Gravit. Yeah, looking north from Van Buren, the storm is big. We could see, look at the anvil spreading out. Let's take a look here at some cameras, Zach.
There's so much instability out there.
There is.
The cap is very,
oh, man, look at this.
the cap is thin.
Okay, so I've got an example, a perfect example. We're going to record this. This is the overshooting top. This is what we talk about with intense supercells. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. This is a time-lapse camera. And so look at this. This is from the Fort Smith Public Library. This is the anvil of the thunderstorm that you see in the screen.
It's very far away.
It's very far away, but you can see the overshooting tops. So remember, this is from Fort Smith being able to be seen in northern Delaware County, and it's so clear right now. Rotation is ramping up. Zach, I'm going to mic up here. Let's go back to weather one, do another track on that.
Got the iPad ready.
Got the iPad ready to go, locked and loaded.
No, it's not connected yet.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. We can connect it. 5,000 cape over that area.
Yeah.
Significant tornado parameter. It looks like it's just a little east, but I don't trust this at all. Yeah. No doubt this thread is going to be racing east pretty quick. So this will not be all day until 7 o'clock with the tornado watch, because the watch goes until what? Actually goes until officially till 9, but it won't go that long. There's no way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to load up severe weather one. Yeah, it goes until 9 o'clock. But remember, we're on the western edge of the watch.
Yeah, that rotation is really starting to ramp up.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to look here at the Storm Prediction Center. And just because there's no other storm south of that doesn't mean that one can develop pretty quickly.
So here's that storm track right there. You can see it. It's going to be impacting northern Benton County, the Bella Vista area by around 5:15. But before that, again, Grove. That storm is right on top of you. Grove is about to be seeing some pretty large hail.
You got to see this. I got to show you this. It's been a long time since I've seen this, Zach. You're not going to believe this. I'm going to bring this up. We're going to share our screen, but this is something that you have got to see. We'll take a look at this here. So this is the PDS watch of the tornado watch. So particularly dangerous situation. I want you to look at those probabilities. Those probabilities, every single one of them is high. You don't see that very often, Zach. In fact, that's once in a year typically with a type of event. So we've got a PDS tornado watch that is including Boone County. We also have a tornado watch over Northwest Arkansas, Benton, and Carroll County. Stop, camera. Camera is freaking out. Would you stop it? But there is a look at high probabilities across the board. Let me zoom in on that real fast, and then we'll go back to this storm. Just letting you know, meteorologically, you don't see that. If we look at the probabilities here and highlight it, 80, 80, 80, 80. Everything's 80.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before. All highs.
All highs. Every single probability.
And EF2 plus, so strong to violent tornadoes.
Yeah, 80% of that in the watch area. All right, back to this storm, the overshooting top that's taken place. Bring that up on StreamYard, and then there it is from Fort Smith. Now we've got a time lapse of this, so you can see what an overshooting top looks like. Look at the new one that's popping up. A lot of times, what that overshooting top does is that creates what's known as a RFD, a rear flank downdraft, that allows for this tornado potential to increase. So just giving you some science behind it. Let's get back to the track. Here's the latest on this storm, severe thunderstorm warning for northern Delaware County. Now, we understand that the Indianapolis 500 is on. If you're a big race fan, it's one of the bigger races for IndyCar racing. We are going to obviously monitor this storm. And if this storm starts threatening Benton County with anything besides a tornado warning, we are going to do continuous coverage on KXNW. So this is our plan. KXNW. If a tornado warning is issued, then we're immediately going on regardless of the programming. It doesn't matter what's happening with the Indy 500. Unfortunately, we've got lives that are going to be potentially threatened. And when lives are threatened, the weather is the most important.
Yeah.
And that information to get out is the most important.
I think our P Ridge camera might be having some trouble.
We were just recording it.
Yeah.
Okay, so taking a look at this circulation now on Mega Doppler, Zach, it's starting to ramp up.
Yeah.
That rotation is increasing. The mesocyclone is developing.
Right near Grove.
We do have pictures of the tornado that happened. So let me go back to Mega Doppler here and bring this up. There's that circulation northwest, and I am going to try my best to get that Gravit weather camera up.
Yeah.
That won't be today, though. Tornadoes early this morning, devastating. I know, and I haven't even been to the damaged areas, the damage-stricken areas. I'm going to get the lighting off of there. There's a tremendous amount of lightning that's going to be impacting people. Look at the circulation that's starting to ramp up. Yeah, you can't really get a good view of that. Right in the path of the pole. And then that, there's all that other cloud debris, so that tells you that we've got another storms. Yeah, I bet in Bentonville and got hit this morning. Oh yeah. There's the area of rotation. All right, Zach. I'm gonna get mic'd up here so I'm ready.
So there is some hail ongoing too. So notice just north of Grove. Again, we're in Delaware County. Josh Weisel, yep, confirmed $1/2 size hail with that storm. Yeah, and not only are we seeing, Wyatt Puck, watching out here in P Ridge, why our P Ridge camera seems to be having some difficulties here. Stephanie Springdale ? Well, this storm is heading towards Benton County area, might be a little bit north of Springdale, but there might be some more development as we go throughout the evening.
Whitney Mountain Lodge is still down.
Alex Hall, a really good comment right there. The echo tops are really getting up there, 60,000 feet. Look at that.
Well, anytime, my goodness.
Yeah, that is this storm is no joke, and the instability is definitely there. We're seeing Cape value is 5,000. You don't see that every day here with these storms.
You also don't see isolated development. Go to the overshooting top on the back sheared anvil too. This storm is just in its infant stages. So what you're going to see here, if we go to that Fort Smith Public Library WeatherBug Network camera, there's a look at that storm that's off in the distance, and that overshooting top is continuing to morph and develop.
Another severe storm warning. I think they might be continuing this one.
Yeah,
there it is, and that's considerable
too.
That's
Southwest Missouri,
probably for the hail. So let's get you looking at that one here.
and 60-mile-an-hour winds. I bet.
How come the alerts aren't popping up on the weather computer?
They are.
Are they?
Yeah, that's right there.
No, I'm saying like how you click on it.
Oh, because you're not in your scene.
Should we just go to
let's just go to severe because you don't have your severe hit windshield up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why.
Yeah, so that's the storm right there from the Fort Smith area, and we're going to load up a radar. We can show Mega Doppler. So again, here is the latest. Ooh, yeah, definitely a little couplet there. Again, McDonald County, Berry County, they've been included in this severe storm warning. And notice how they have that considerable tag. And that's because we're seeing some very large hail here with the storm. And so that darker, that wider polygon, that is the extension of that severe storm warning. That's going to be in effect for another hour. So this storm really isn't moving very fast, moving about 30 miles per hour east.
Yeah.
Cooper Elementary, Fulbright.
Yeah,
see it from there.
That. Yeah, we got that recording. And you're going to get to see that overshooting top. Is just going to be incredible. Yeah, it's pretty shrouded in cloud cover. You can't really see any type of structure. But you can see this coming in. Bill Edwards just commented. I know I haven't been able to talk to him. I tried calling Bob Tharp in Decatur. Couldn't get a hold of him either. I can let you know, though, I'll have some information because I talked to Michael Waddle. And Michael Waddle said, you want to bring me up on camera, the confirmed fatality that was in Northwest Arkansas in Benton County, because we didn't have a lot of information where that happened. So this happened on Canal Street, which is in the Mountain A area by Beaver Lake. And a tree came down on a mobile home and killed an elderly woman. And so that's the fatality that happened with the trees coming down. Look at the Bella Vista camera. It gives you an idea of this storm coming in. And look at how menacing this is. Yeah, you can really see the updraft with that storm off in the distance.
It's got an NDA pop up.
This is plains storm chasing, guys, in Northwest Arkansas once again. Yeah, there's that rotation starting to crank up again. Making sure we're all ready to go on the air. We'll bring up a camera. I'm going to go get a camera at Aux 3 too.
Definitely seeing darkened skies from the Bella Vista camera. Here's Fulbright. Yeah, look at those clouds just blowing up. The instability is very high, and these storms are going up fast. Again, it's 4:18 p.m. We're doing live coverage here, and we got a tornado watch that's going to be in effect until about 9 p.m. Casey, super dark above P Ridge. Wondering about Gentry or Decatur? Yeah, so Decatur got a lot of damage last night. We should probably do a storm track on this and show you exactly where it's going to be going. So that's Mega Doppler right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up.
That's developing a meso, Zach. Go ahead and save that scene too. Just hit selection, save scene, save the new show elements. There you go. That way we can bounce back to it really quickly.
Yeah.
And we don't have that funky track on there either.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, it's just something you saved in the past.
Yeah. All right, so about to get a fresh track on that. Let's see the direction. Looks like it's moving southeast.
Yep. It is going to be moving into Benton County, so be aware. A warning's coming for Benton County here very soon, and that's going to start to, let's just say, make a lot of people nervous, considering they already had a pretty rough morning, to say the least.
I think this is a pretty good track for the storm. Again, we got a cold front that's moving in, and it's pushing down to the southeast. So the storm motion here is going to be southeasterly, and you can see that track right there. So again, probably move it up a little bit.
Circulation showing up.
So Sulphur Springs area, 456. Bella Vista area, I think it's definitely going to be impacting the Bella Vista area.
Oh, absolutely.
That's about 511. So give or take around 5-10 minutes. And keep in mind the lightning is going to be an issue way before the storm gets there. Bentonville area, 5:23 p.m. Rogers area, 5:33 p.m. Prairie Creek, 5:40. Gateway, 5:48. So that is the latest track right there. And this severe storm warning would definitely be extended down into Benton County. So a lot of people have weather radios or weather call next gen. You're going to be getting some alerts pretty soon here. Yeah, Peyton. Yeah. Hopefully it is not going to be strengthening. Yeah, because what these storms do is they go through cycles. They intensify, then they get weaker, then they intensify back up, and that's what we watch for. So right now, it seems to be on a strengthening trend. Hopefully, when it gets into the Bella Vista area, hopefully that circulation is going to be a bit weaker. So,
sorry, Zach, I'm just doing some stuff behind the scenes here.
Yeah. Let's see when that severe storm warning expires. So we got about 23 more minutes on that storm. So they're probably going to extend that pretty soon here. Probably about 15 minutes. They're probably going to extend it. So again, we're dealing with some very large hail too. So we're looking at the radar there. So let me show you the hail. I could probably do it better from here, actually.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It is. Okay.
The hail might be going down a little bit. We're definitely still seeing it. So again, we're in Delaware County, the Dodge area, just north of that. This is some pretty large hail. Again, that is about quarter sized. But earlier in this storm's life, we saw hail around hen egg size. Bradley, I see that comment. New meso could potentially be forming here. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. You see how what we're doing is here, we're looking at the storm relative velocity. So we got the winds going towards the radar are going to be green, winds going away are going to be red, and when we see a tight couplet, that means that there's circulation, and that's what we're looking for when we talk about tornadoes. So right now it's just a severe storm warning, but we're gonna be watching it to see if that changes.
So we know the Indy 500 is happening right now. Some of you may be watching it, and unfortunately, our crawl is covering up the exact location where the races are happening in terms of the amount of laps that are taking place. So I'm just letting you know that we're respecting your programming as well as we're watching this. But I think we're about to have a severe thunderstorm warning in northern Benton County as this storm continues to make its way east, and it is definitely still rotating. But we took the crawl off the screen on the KNWA side. I'm going to try to launch it with a different crawl location that doesn't cover up the amount of laps because it's just right smack dab right over that. So we're trying to do the best we can here with this. That's okay. Low profile. Let's see what that looks like.
So that's the latest track right there. Another severe storm warning has been issued, including Bella Vista, Rogers, and Bentonville. P Ridge too.
New severe thunderstorm warning. That is not where it needs to be. This is not the low profile. All right. So new severe thunderstorm warning. I think we need to go on with this on KXNW.
Here is a good comment by Josh Weisel.
Yeah.
It looks like it's diving slightly southeast, and we got a boundary.
Yeah.
So that's going to increase the tornado potential.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna do KNWA coverage. That's not the. Okay, sounds good. I'm trying to put it at the bottom, but right now, honestly, the crawl is the least of my concern. So, man, yeah. So severe thunderstorm warning for the Gravit area, for Bella Vista, for Bentonville, for Rogers, for P Ridge. You've got War Eagle, all the same places that got hit yesterday. And there's that storm that has that track. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go on KXNW for those that do not have Facebook Live, social media, being able to stream. Okay. Thank you for about that, Abby. Says didn't say the message again, but got the call. Just no info. Okay. What Benton County weatherbug cameras are currently up? Not many, but we do have Bella Vista. We could bring that up. Here's a look at Bella Vista. Very ominous sky. My goodness. And this is headed right for Bella Vista. So definitely a dark, ominous sky. All right. So, no, they do not know about the storm. They absolutely do not. And then look at this. When we look at our weather camera from the public library, you could just see that huge overshooting top. Look at how things are really going downhill fast with this storm. Yeah, there's a great idea right there. Yeah, we got to get this information out, folks. We really do. Yeah, we do. Stand by. I'm going to put the radar up just a second here. Okay, hey, here's the deal. Yes, we're going to start KXNW. It's a fine line. It's a balance. There's so many people that are critically injured that are too, like, let's just say, hanging out there. Zach, we're going to start our live coverage here.
All right.
Okay, Zach, go ahead and turn your mic on.
All right, should be on now, Carter.
All right, so here's the information. Here's what we're doing. I just wanted to give you a plan. This is what we're doing. We're doing weather coverage on one of our stations, KXNW. We're streaming this coverage as well. As soon as there's any type of break, as they're monitoring, we're going to bounce on KNWA. If this storm really starts threatening more, but that way we get the information out. We let people know about what's happening, and we'll be able to bounce back and forth on those different programs. If this storm is starting to prompt tornado warning potential, we'll let you know about it as well. But there's a lot of people that don't know this is coming, and that's why we're getting the information out. So stand by here. Carter, all right, stand by for continuous severe weather coverage. on KXNW and streaming.
Yeah, so we're launching this stream because we saw a storm that moved into Delaware County. Now it's moving towards Benton County. We have another cell that just went severe, and that's going to be impacting Berry County. So definitely along this cold front, the atmosphere is very unstable, and that's why we're breaking in.
We're letting you know about this on KXNW. And in between commercial segments, we're going to let people know about this that's coming towards the Indy 500. We are watching this storm. We are streaming. We're running a crawl too at the bottom of the screen, letting people know that you can tune in to the latest weather coverage on KXNW, and that's what we're doing on our television station on KXNW and also KNWA.com. But this is information that needs to get out to people because they were impacted. They were hit by tornadoes. There's cleanup that's going on. A lot of people don't have power. The infrastructure is limited. So let's get right to it. And first of all, start off with a storm track, letting you know where this storm is headed. Severe thunderstorm warnings for Berry County, also McDonald County. And those are, by the way, considerable severe thunderstorm warnings, and a severe thunderstorm warning that is for northern and northeastern Benton County, including all those areas that were impacted by tornadoes yesterday. It goes for another 43 minutes or so. So, Zach, we've got the latest track along with the timing, and we'll continue to monitor the latest conditions.
Yeah, so there is the track right there. So what we're looking at is we're looking at northeastern Delaware County, southwestern McDonald County, and this storm is making its way into northern Benton County. So we got that estimated time to when that storm is going to be impacting you. The Noel area around 4:48 p.m., Sulphur Springs 4:58 p.m., then Loch Lomond 5:08 p.m. The Bella Vista area, this storm is going to be impacting Bella Vista at around 5:13 p.m. Lake Bella Vista area 5:26 p.m. Bentonville. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning. It's not a tornado warning just yet, but this is a supercell and a little bit of rotation with this storm. And with the rotation, we're seeing some very large hail, just another strong storm, a whole lot of lightning, and some rain. So we've had some flash flooding issues too. And I do anticipate some more flash flooding issues with this storm. And a lot of people's property was damaged, homes, and we're seeing some more heavy rain moving into the area that was impacted by that tornado from last night. So that is what we do not want to see, and that's why we're on TV right now covering these storms. So again, we got a cold front coming in, and that is the trigger of these storms. And the storm motion is going to be southeasterly eventually once this cold front starts moving, and we can see that track behind me right there. I do want to zoom in on that hail, so we can take weather one full and show the reflectivity. So again, we're seeing a lot of rain right now in McDonald County, the Pineville area. And notice where we see the bright pinks, that is the highest reflectivity. So that's where the hail is probably going to be. So we can see it right there. So again,
large hail core.
Yeah, large hail core. And this hail core is increasing in size. So this storm seems to be strengthening as we go throughout this afternoon. So again, we're live on the air 4:33 p.m. and this storm is definitely making its way to the southeast.
I appreciate that. And Carter, I know you're our director in the control room. You let us know when we have a break in the race, and we'll be able to bring this information on KNWA on our television station as well as Fox. We'll just bounce back and forth on that. Let's go back to the west just a little bit. So Knoll, Pineville experiencing this large hail core. Let's step back just a little bit and see if this is going to make it into Bella Vista. By the way, it is extremely dark and ominous. So let's step back just a few frames, and there you can see how that hail core rapidly develops. So this storm is intensifying rapidly as it makes its way across southern McDonald County, Sulphur Springs, just a little north of that hail core. But Zach mentioned that the lightning is going to be an issue on our stream, and this is going to be for recovery efforts, for cleanup efforts. And as this storm continues to track southeast towards Bella Vista And Jane, you can see that activity going to be impacting right along the Missouri and Arkansas state line. Let's look at the circulation, because it does look like a little bit of rotation is beginning to pop up. And this is something that we were concerned about. There is a tornado watch that officially goes until 9 o'clock, but that will not last until 9 o'clock for our area. Once this storm moves out and moves east of our weather coverage area, that's going to be the end of the severe weather threat. So this is going to be an early afternoon type event as this storm moves through. But there is that rotation that's associated with the cell right over Southwest City, and this is tracking to the east-southeast. Let's show you an ominous view here. Weather 3, this is our Bella Vista Cooper Elementary weather bug network camera. Check this out, Zach, as this is what people are experiencing in the Bella Vista area, and this kind of looks like a very, very scary situation. And there you've got a new information here coming out from an additional warning, but look at that. This is the thunderstorm. This is the updraft of the thunderstorm. We're seeing some cloud fragments in the lower levels of the atmosphere. Now it's finally daytime where you can see this structure. What you got, Zach?
Hey, Dan, what that was the extension of the tornado watch. So it looks like Washington and Madison County have been included in that watch.
Okay.
And once that loads up, I can show you that. It's on the Weather One.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see.
We'll stand by for that.
We'll let it get here on there live. So
yeah.
But there's a look at that. Yeah, bring it up on weather if we can, weather 2. So here's the tornado watch. We kind of knew that was going to be a possibility. The reason for this is there's just too much development that's off to the west, and there's going to be additional development that pops up because if you look at the radar loop with this, that storm continues to crank up. Remember, Carter, let us know when we have a chance to let people know on television on KNWA. All right, sounds good. So here's a look at that storm making its way towards Bella Vista, making its way southeastward. And you can see that track is going to be taking it very close to Pea Ridge, very close to Garfield. A very significant storm, has a considerable severe thunderstorm warning tag, and the tornado watch has been extended. Now, here's the question, Zach. Is there any additional development that's taking place off to the south that caused the extension of the tornado watch? Let's check this out, and we can look at that by looking at what's called visible satellite. Visible satellite is our way to see, I imagine that we're going to be under the high sector too. So yes, absolutely. You can see additional cells that are popping up. We can bring me up on the wall here with weather 2 in the background. All right, so here's a look at these cells that are beginning to pop up. And Zach, you can see north of Tahlequah. If we extend that eastward, that's going to be making its way across the state line right there. And there's the cell that's moving east-southeast, and there's the supercell. And look at the additional development. These are still what we call cumulus clouds. That's a cumulus field. These cells could rapidly intensify and develop into supercell thunderstorms. So a very, very intense thunderstorm that continues to move southeast. Let's get to the latest radar, give you the latest information as well. So here's a look at the severe thunderstorm warnings that are included in northern Berry County, also just a little bit west of Berry County. That storm just making its way into Berry County. Tornado watch, by the way, this is something that's pretty important to heighten, is that Boone County and Newton County in Harrison and Jasper, they are included in the PDS tornado watch. I take that back. Boone County is the only county that I know of at the time that was included in the PDS tornado watch, which stands for particularly dangerous situation, meaning this storm, as it continues to evolve, could be fully, absolutely mature and perhaps putting down tornadoes in Boone County, an area that was already experiencing that. All right, so we got a caution in the race. Let's go ahead and we'll flip over to KNWA. Let me know when we're live on there, and we'll give this information out. Here's that circulation. Wow, that is a rapid circulation. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff alongside meteorologist Zach Gilday. We have been providing severe weather coverage on KXNW, and we are doing continuous coverage on KXNW. But during a break in the race, we're letting you know about this storm. If it becomes tornado warned, we will be on this, and we will give the life-saving information to the people that have been impacted by this storm. We're also streaming this on KNWA.com, also our Facebook Live pages, on Twitter as well. we've got a rotation that's starting to ramp up more and more and could be prompting a new tornado warning as it moves towards the Sulphur Springs area. And this storm at 4:39 is severe warned. There's a considerable severe thunderstorm warning that's for McDonald County and additional storms that are developing potentially farther southwest. Let's put a storm track on this, Zach, on Weather One, and give people just real quick the information on this. Here's the severe thunderstorm warning information. 2 warnings. One of them is for Benton County that goes until 5:15. Remember, it doesn't say tornado possible now, but there could be an upgrade to this as that circulation continues to ramp up. I can hear Zach kind of inhaling a little bit. We're looking at that circulation increasing. It's going to be moving towards the Bella Vista area. Highway, Interstate 49. And this is an area that was heavily impacted. If we look at some of our weather cameras here from Bella Vista, you're going to be able to see just how serious this situation looks from the Bella Vista area as these storms are continuing to move right into the area. So there's a look at the back edge of the storm. This is the updraft. This could be the potential wall cloud that's developing. And Zach, go ahead and do a track on this as we continue to monitor these storms.
Yeah, Dan, got a fresh track on that, and I was breathing in because I saw that latest velocity scan, and that couplet looks to be a little bit tighter. So again, we're looking just west of Sulphur Springs, that is in far northwest Benton County, and I did do a fresh storm track on that. You can see where the storm is going. Keep in mind, this storm is moving pretty quickly, 45 miles per hour to the southeast along an advancing cold front. The hail core is definitely increasing in size to a sign that this storm is on the strengthening trend. So the Sulphur Springs area around 5 minutes from now, 4:47 p.m. And then the Bella Vista area, 4:57 p.m. That's where this storm is going. And beyond that, Bentonville area, 5:05 p.m. Pea Ridge, 5:09. Beyond that, 5:14 p.m. Brightwater. So again, it is a severe storm warning, but have a plan ready because this storm could go tornado warned any second. That's why we're on this storm. The rotation is definitely there. The hail core is definitely there. A whole lot of lightning with this storm. And those cameras that we were just showing you shows a very ominous view of this very tall storm. We were showing the echo tops around 60,000 feet high. That is very high for a storm, and definitely seeing that rotation signature.
Yeah, we got a visual on that. You could put in the background on aux 1. Let's go ahead and we'll put weather 2 in aux 1. So we've got a little bit of a different source, but that is that area that we're watching very, very closely. So we're going to return you back to the Indy 500. Remember, if you want to watch that with uninterrupted coverage, you can go to Peacock and stream it on there. And also when the tornado warning, if it's issued, we're going to let you know about it. We'll break back into programming. We're doing continuous coverage on KXNW. So keep it here with your weather authority for the latest. All right, we're still watching this storm. So just letting you know, we've got the storm that's moving in. Rotation is starting to increase a little more, but then at times it weakens a little bit. But this is an amazing view of this supercell thunderstorm. There's the updraft. There's the vault area. You've got the precipitation core. It looks like it might be getting a little bit more high precipitation where we're not able to see that lowering, that base as much. Zach.
Yeah, there's a lot of rain with this storm, and we don't want to see that because that area last night had a flash flood warning.
Yeah.
And I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we had some more flash flood warnings issued because of all this rain. And we are dealing with a lot of damage that we saw last night. So a lot of buildings have been compromised, and with all this rain heading down, we're looking at some serious water damage. So the infrastructure all around Northwest Arkansas has definitely been impacted by these storms that we've been seeing. And we're on a new severe storm warning. Again, we have a tornado watch. If you're just hopping on the TV here, we got a tornado watch in effect for a good chunk of Northwest Arkansas, Benton County, Washington County, back in that watch. And I do have a fresh track on that, Carter. If we can take weather 1, we can show you exactly where this storm is going. So again, this storm is moving pretty quickly, so I'm going to have to take the storm cone and nudge it over a little bit. So again, we're looking at the circulation just west of Sulphur Springs area, and you can see the track of this storm making a southeasterly turn along that cold front. The Bella Vista area around 4:58 p.m., Lake Bella Vista, 5:02 p.m., Pea Ridge, 5:10, and this is the projected track of that circulation. So again, right now it's just a severe storm warning, but have a tornado plan in place, because any second we could see that warning issued. But as of right now, it is a severe storm, and it's had a history of producing some very large hail, so we know it's strong. And I do kind of want to look back at that hail core and see exactly where that is.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
There is some cell interaction that's about to take place, and this could be the thing that prompts the new circulation to ramp up pretty dramatically. You can see this cell to the southwest and west of Southwest City. Sometimes, yes, when that interacts with the thunderstorm, that creates a stronger spin. This could be what prompts a new tornado potential. It's what we call cell interactions, like we mentioned before early this morning. If you have a basketball, you're spinning on your finger and then you hit it on the side of it, right on the exact location where this storm could start spinning a little bit more. That's a cell interaction where we have a merger that could take place. And I don't like the looks of that, as that could really prompt this storm to increase its circulation within a few volume scans, almost like a snap of a finger. So the good news is that Decatur, an area that was impacted very heavily with tornado damage, this storm is going to be missing Decatur. It misses Siloam Springs. It misses Springdale and Fayetteville. Keep in mind, though, additional storms could develop and pop up that we'll need to continue to watch because the tornado watch has been extended farther south with additional potential development. But these cells popped up quick. So like you were mentioning, the hail core along Highway 71, north of the Benton County line, there you see that large hail core continuing. I'm going to see if that P Ridge camera is back up and running, because I know we had some issues with that. Hopefully that's back up and running.
Yeah, so right in between the Jane and Pineville area, we're seeing some potential baseball-sized hail here.
Does appear that P Ridge is back up, so stand by here.
That's right along a major highway, too.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of people traveling. And let me go a little bit farther west here. We can see if we can see this cell. Oh, look at that, Zach.
Oh.
Yeah. So there it is. This is the wall cloud. This is the wall cloud that's associated with the storm. And look at the cell to the southwest of it. This is that cell interaction that could occur that could prompt new rotation to increase. Go ahead and hit record on this P Ridge camera real quick. And it might be already be recording. I'm not sure.
It's already recording.
Okay, perfect. And then drop that to the bottom right. Yeah, so this is the base of the thunderstorm. This is where a tornado would develop. We see the cell interaction to the west of that. If that hits that circulation in the rear flank downdraft with the front side of the storm and the forward flank with the front side, that could create that storm to start spinning and rotating a little bit more. I'm zooming in on that, Zach. We're going to take a look at that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that. It's kind of like what we saw last Friday with the cell interaction.
Yep, absolutely. So this is overlooking, you can see the football stadium stands off in the distance, but this is the base of the thunderstorm. This is where that wall cloud would be. Let's look at the new rotation on the velocity signature to see which way the rain is moving within this thunderstorm. Yeah, you can see that motion. There's a lot of motion going from right to left. Sometimes that motion will take it left to right, and then we know we got a counterclockwise circulation associated with this. So, yeah, Zach, let's do another storm track, let people know where this is headed.
Yep, got a fresh track on that. Just moving over the storm cone. So,
and Carter, our director, let us know when we can maybe do another break and let people know about this storm coming in.
So there it is right there. So a fresh track on this storm. Again, this is impacting McDonald County with some very large hail, maybe even baseball-sized hail with this storm. And we're seeing that circulation, maybe is a little bit of cell interaction, and that could prompt a tornado warning. But as of right now, it's just a severe storm warning. But this has had a history of producing some significant hail above hen egg size. And here's where it's going. Again, the Bella Vista area, around 5 p.m., 5:04 Lake Bella Vista. P Ridge area, 5:12 p.m., and the Prairie Creek Park area, 5:19. Garfield, 5:22 p.m. Rocky Branch, 5:28 p.m., that area saw some damage last night from those tornadoes, and then the Bush area 5:33 p.m. So that's the track of this storm. Again, it's moving southeast 45 miles per hour. So it's moving pretty quickly. So probably a lot of people hearing thunder, seeing lightning in the Benton County area, because this storm is highly electrified as it's making its way south. The atmosphere is just primed, a lot of fuel for these storms. You go outside, you feel it, and especially if you're in Benton County, definitely stay inside because this storm is producing a lot of that lightning. But we're seeing temperatures across the area in the 90s and dew points in the lower to mid 70s. So the atmosphere is definitely primed for it, and I'm looking at a lot of things right now.
We got a break in the race, I think.
Okay.
We got a break in the race, Carter. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Hey, let's go back to that wall cloud on weather. I'm going to bring this up on weather 3, but we're going to use that through max 2. There's a look at that wall cloud, and that's getting pretty low. It's got some rain on the back side of it. That could be that cell interaction that takes place where that could prompt a stronger rotation. As of right now, clouds are kind of all moving in one direction, so I don't see any visible rotation. It's the problem when you see some clouds that are in the background that are moving from right to left, and then the foreground clouds are moving left to right. So you know there's a counterclockwise rotation right there. That would be the essential base or the wall cloud of this storm, because I'll zoom out here and you'll get a better view as exactly what that looks like. And you can see that rain core that's definitely coming down. That is a very intense rain core, and hail too. That's on the north side of Pea Ridge. So for those areas that are being impacted, Rogers is missing the heavy core of this storm as of now. So that's good news. But Bella Vista, as we take a look here from our Bella Vista Weather Bug Network camera, we'll bring that up as well. So let's go ahead and we'll switch sources. Now there's that wall cloud now. That's almost right over Bella Vista. As of right now, motion just still going from right to left, which is an outflow dominant cell, but I would not take our eyes off that by any means. I'm going to zoom out here. That is very dark and ominous. That's the backside of the storm, Zach.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm starting to see some visible rotation on that.
So we just lost connection to Decatur camera.
Yeah. That's okay. It's going to be going in and out. There's going to be power bumps, a lot of things happening, but right in there, maybe a little bit of rotation starting to develop. Let's go to the velocity signature, because what happens is visually you see it first, then you see it as on the radar. So it's actually, that's why it's so important to be on the ground, storm spotting. That's why these cameras are so important. That looks pretty outflow dominant as of now. So I don't think any tornado potential in the immediate future with this. That's good news. However, this is a very large hail core, and we're looking off to the west from Bella Vista, so we are going to be able to see that. Looks like I got another spotter calling, so if you can, mute me and mute my microphone.
Yeah, so we're looking at the footage of that storm live, and again, we're doing live coverage on this 4:53 p.m. And you can see behind me, that is the storm relative velocity. So definitely seeing some circulation in the northern Benton County area. Not a tornado warning just yet, but this is a severe storm warning. And notice how we're seeing a little bit of cell interaction here. So we had that main storm that moved into the McDonald County area. And then notice just south of Dodge, we had another storm pop up, and it's trying to merge with that main cell. Now, when we see that, sometimes that circulation can ramp up even more. So again, storm direction that's moving southeast is going to be impacting Bella Vista, the Pea Ridge area. It's going to be north of Springdale. I was seeing some comments about the Springdale area, but again, the Rogers, the Bentonville area, we're going to be seeing some impacts from this storm, some damaging winds, at least 60-mile-per-hour winds with the storm, and we are seeing that hail core too. And I can show you that right there. So again, we're seeing some very large hail moving into the Bella Vista area. And I'm getting a call from Josh Rugger here. So so I can pick that up. And I'm talking to Josh. Hey, Josh, you're live on the air right now. Are you out in Bella Vista seeing something?
Yeah, I'm here in Bella Vista right now at my house. The storm is coming overhead. So I live near the Metfield complex right now, and near Dogwood and Brittany golf courses along Houston Road. And the storm is moving overhead right now. I could definitely see the base of the storm moving overhead right now over my house. I don't see any signs of, like a clear funnel cloud or big, strong rotation right now overhead, but definitely a lot of lightning. The storm is highly electrified right now. Been hearing some big booms of thunder over the last several minutes off in the distance, and seems like this storm is moving really slowly as well, guys. It hasn't really been moving off to the south and east very quickly. This anvil's been overhead for the last hour or so, but definitely a strong thunderstorm. Again, don't see any clear signs of strong rotation at this time, but obviously we're in an environment where that can change very quickly, so we're going to be keeping an eye on it as it moves overhead.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, a lot of things that we're looking at with this storm. So we got a frontal boundary here, and we got some cell interaction. So both those two factors can prompt that circulation to tighten back up. So right now, again, it's not a tornado warning, but you just heard Josh's report right there. Highly electrified with this storm. And when we see all that lightning, that means that the storm is very strong. And we had reports earlier of this storm, the echo tops around 60,000 feet. And that means the storm is very tall. So again, we got a supercell impacting the Benton County area. So this is a severe storm warning right now. And we're looking at the Hilo Heating Cooling Mega Doppler. Carter, if we can just take that full once again, we can show you where that hail is. So again, with this storm, we are also seeing some very large hail. I can get that banner up there, and we can show you the exact.
Hey, if we can bring up weather 3 real quick, I've got a 3-panel of all of 4 cameras that give us a good view of this cell. So first of all, the Cooper Elementary, Bella Vista Weather Bug Network camera. There's the hail core that's approaching the north side of Benton County, and that's going to be on the north side of Bella Vista. So be ready for that. We're talking large hail that could be damaging. Then you've got our P Ridge Weather Bug Network camera. Look at that menacing lowering right there that's looking off in the distance. Then you got the base of the thunderstorm. It's underneath that where we got to watch for that rotation. And I know we've got Josh Rugger that was reporting a lot of low-hanging, scary-looking clouds. Here's a looking to the northwest from Fulbright Junior High School. And again, you can see the base of the thunderstorm, different views from different angles. And then finally, we look at Fort Smith, way to the south, and you can still see that thunderstorm with the overshooting top. Sounds like we got a report from Josh.
Scud on Live View 1.
Yeah, we got Josh saying he's seeing rising motion.
Rising motion.
Yeah, go ahead and do Live View 1 if you can bring that up. We can take that. So there's a look at that rising motion that's happening where you got scud clouds, which is scattered cumulus under deck. Go ahead and zoom out if you can a little bit, Josh, just to give us a perspective. Are you seeing any visible rotation in those clouds? Or is it just kind of motion? Yeah. Put that right next to your microphone. Put the back edge of your phone right up to your mic so you can hear. Yeah. All right. Hey, let us know when we can go back on and do more updates here.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, Josh, go ahead and call into the phoner line while you got live view if you can. Yeah, I can see that motion. It's a little bit pixelated. I want to bring up our P Ridge camera because, boy, I'll tell you, this lowering really started to ramp up quite a bit. This is a menacing looking storm. And that wall cloud is ramped up dramatically. Check this out. There's the lowering, and this could be that cell interaction that's prompting potentially more circulation. And we'll look at it on radar too, Zach, and tell me what you're seeing.
Yeah, Dan, I'm seeing some more cells trying to pop up just west of it. So we might be seeing some more cell interaction here. Again, the Sulphur Springs area, the Gravit area, we're seeing some more stuff starting to build here. You just saw a lightning flash right there. So a highly electrified storm, a very strong, severe storm making its way southeast, impacting the Benton County area. That's the Pea Ridge camera right there looking at it, and that is just a menacing view. And again, this is a severe storm impacting Benton County. McDonald County is seeing a lot of hail with this, and behind me we have high heat and cooling mega Doppler showing the reflectivity and showing the activity kind of building in from the west. And if we can take weather 1 full, I can show you what I'm talking about. So if we go back in time a little bit, we can see some activity starting to pop up near the Gravit area, Sulphur Springs area. And that's all along a cold front. So we got some frontal boundary interaction with this storm. We got some cell mergers. So definitely have to watch for that circulation to potentially tighten up here.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll go to Josh. There's the circulation now. We're looking at this. This is actually the wrong way for that rotation. It's another what we call anticyclonic circulation. Josh, you got an update. Tell us what you're experiencing. I'm imagining some really large hail at this point.
Very strong winds and horizontal rain curtains, Dan. We've got horizontal rain curtains going on right now here in Bella Vista. I saw them just overhead where the wall cloud was. I saw the wall cloud pass overhead, and now the winds are really starting to crank up right now. I'm assuming that large hail is going to be here in just a minute, but the trees are really rustling in the wind right now. Again, we had horizontal rain curtains move overhead. I'm going to move over here so you can kind of see just that wall of rain that's moving through right now. But extremely strong wind. There's those horizontal rain curtains in the distance right now. I think this storm is really starting to strengthen right now, Dan.
Yeah, and this is an area that's under a tornado watch, and then Boone County is under a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch. So let us know when we can go on here and let people know about this storm. It's clipping the northern sections of Benton County. All right. Here's what we're going to have to do here. We're just going to jump on real fast on KNWA, and let's just tell them real quick about this storm. All right. Here we go. Meteorologist Dan Scoff. I just want to let you know, real quick update. We got a significant storm that's impacting the northern portions of Benton County. This is an area that was impacted by the tornadoes this morning, but we have a thunderstorm. It looks like the lowering has definitely decreased in terms of its intensity, but still some strong winds, some hail going to be coming down. We'll take a quick look at the radar. Remember, we are providing weather coverage the entire afternoon on KXNW. So if you're fearing for the storms and you want to know more about that, you can go ahead and tune in. Also, if the tornado warning is prompted, we will be going on letting you know about that. And if you want to watch the Indy 500 uninterrupted, just go to Peacock and you'll be able to stream that live and uninterrupted. Here's a look again of that storm. Let's go, if we can, to Mega Doppler, take a quick look at this cell. Again, not impacting Bentonville or Rogers, but there's additional cells that are popping up a little bit west. And as those storms continue to track across the northern portion of Benton County, severe thunderstorm warning likely going to continue east-southeast and possibly could produce another tornado. Keep you here with your weather authority for the latest. We'll watch it closely, and we'll keep you updated on KXNW as well as KNWA.com and Facebook Live. Had to let people know about that storm coming in. There's a look at the hail that's located right along the Missouri and Arkansas state line. So if we look at the hail indication, Zach, it's on the north side and it's moving into Pea Ridge. We can see that. I would say the storm's a little more outflow dominant at the moment, but we know with this type of environment, especially with what we saw this morning, these storms could rapidly rotate. Wow, look at the hail core. I'm going to bring this up on Weather 3. And you're going to see that greenish hue. Folks, really large hail is about to come down in Pea Ridge. That greenish hue is that hail core. And when a thunderstorm is green, it's going to be mean. And you can really see that off in the distance. So we're talking about potentially, what are we thinking, Zach? Golf balls?
Yeah, maybe? I think golf ball size hail, and earlier during a few scans ago, saw some potential baseball size hail.
Okay.
So definitely seeing some very large hail here.
I want to go ahead and Mega Doppler and use the Weather 3. So we're going to show that camera, and we're also going to show the radar. let's look at that hail core. There's that greenish hue with thunderstorm that's moving through the north side of P Ridge. Yeah, right there. And that's exactly where we're looking. So the largest hail is going to be produced north side of P Ridge. Wyatt Puck, our weather intern, and his chickens need to be watching out for that. So that's in the area on the north side of P Ridge. I think that's where you saw the northern lights too, Zach, where you were on the north side, just kind of in that rural area. That's where those thunderstorms are moving in. P Ridge now experiencing some hail. Let's zoom way in if we can. Do we still have the points of interest on there, Zach? Yeah, we do.
Yep.
So there you see the Metfield Brittany Golf Course. Zoom in a little more. You'll see some of those lakes that are showing up. Lake Brittany, Lake Ann, and there was a little, oh yeah, there goes the camera. It's flickering out. So that means we might have winds strong enough to create some sporadic power outages. So besides, even though there might not be a tornado that's, warned, there's going to be some strong winds. Let's look at the wind velocities if we can. And I bet you were experiencing 60, maybe 70 mile an hour winds. And now there's that hail core coming into the P Ridge area. Oh, there's a camera. It came back on and it just reset. Yeah, look at that hail core. I'm bring that up full, Zach. Strong winds too. Look at the camera pole. Look at the light poles that are kind of shaking around a little bit. So let me move this over to the right. Should be seeing some hail coming down here real soon. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Hi, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff, Meteorologist Zach Gilday in the Weather Lab. We got a hail core that's coming into P Ridge. We have a caution flag that's happening in the Indy 500, so we wanted to let you know about this storm. And maybe some of you don't even have power to watch the race at this point anymore. Here you can see the hail starting to come down, strong winds coming in from the northwest. This is a hail core that's impacting the area. Look at how strong those winds are, too. So this could create some more sporadic damage in the area. And now we're starting to see that wind shift too a little bit. So let's look at the reflectivity, Zach. We need to do a storm track, let people know where this is headed. And I'm going to do that here as we take a look at, first of all, we'll bring up, go ahead and bring up weather one full. All right, Zach, take us to the next storm track here.
Yeah, I got a fresh track on that. We can see the storm is making its way to the southeast, so around 45 miles per hour. And again, this storm is producing some very large hail, some very heavy rain, a whole lot of lightning with this storm, highly electrified storm. And as I'm looking at it right now, maybe another cell merger around the Bella Vista area. So we're going to have to watch that. That circulation might tighten up around that area. But here is that track of that storm. And we're seeing straight line winds too. I was looking at the velocity earlier, 70 mile per hour winds, potentially straight line winds. Those are considerable damaging winds there. You don't see that every day with severe storms. So again, this is a very strong storm in P Ridge area. Again, 5:14 p.m. That's where the storm is going. The Brightwater area, 5:19 p.m. Elkhorn Tavern, 5:21 p.m. Garfield area is going to be impacting you around 5:24. Rocky Branch area, 5:30. They were impacted by that tornado from last night. So it looks like they're going to be impacted again by this storm. And then Pine Top by around 5:35 p.m. So then we're looking at northern Benton County here.
Yeah.
And this is a severe storm warning that we're definitely have to watch it closely. A lot of different interactions here. We have that cold front moving in, cell interactions, and those types of things can prompt tornadoes.
Yeah, and it can quickly ramp up the storm where the rotation just dramatically increases. But here's another thing. Because this cell developed a little bit farther west and a little bit farther south, that southeasterly track is most likely going to bring it into Rogers as well as Bentonville. And we've got a new flash flood warning that just came out, and that goes without saying. We've had a tremendous amount of rain. There's going to be flash flooding. These storms are bringing copious amounts of rainfall. There you see the severe thunderstorm warning that goes for a few more minutes until 5:15, and that is for Berry and McDonald County. That was a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Let me go back here to radar closest here. And let me go ahead and let's bring up weather 2 if we can real quick. There's the information on the flash flood warning. I'll take you through that. But keep in mind, this storm that's going to be making it towards Bentonville, and now we've got another new considerable severe thunderstorm warning, Zach. We'll bring up that information as it pops up on the screen. So that's the considerable for 6:15 that's going to be Berry and Stone County. So the Branson area, for those that maybe on this Memorial Day, well, this weather is spoiling everything for Memorial Day weekend. But if you live in the Branson area or maybe have some friends and family, this storm's making its way eastward, and very close to Branson is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Now, Zach, this area that these thunderstorms are happening, there could be additional storm development, and that's why the Weather Service has prompted the tornado watch to be extended farther south. That goes until 9 o'clock in the evening. So, again, one last look at this storm here on KNWA. We'll return you back to the race, but this storm is intense, and it's on the northern side of Benton County with large hail, winds strong enough to cause power outages, additional cells that are popping up to the northwest that are going to be moving into the northwest Arkansas area. Again, there's a live look from our P Ridge WeatherBug Network camera. We've also got Fulbright that we can bring up, and we can show you what that looks like. That's an older image, but there's the additional storm that's coming in with those northwesterly winds. Thankfully, the severe weather threat won't last all evening. It's going to be out of here and it starts to move east, but we're going to watch it for our friends and our neighbors in eastern sections of our weather coverage area. So keep it here with your weather authority. We've got continuous streaming coverage on KNWA.com, also Facebook Live and on KXNW. We have not dropped off of this severe weather, but we'll return you back to the Indy 500. Keep it here with your weather authority for the latest. All right. It's kind of difficult to balance all this with the race. Obviously should have been over by now, but they had weather delays and everything's been delayed. Zach, what you got? You got new circulation that's ramping up?
Circulation really ramping up just east of P Ridge area. We're seeing that latest scan right there.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
If we can take Mega Doppler full, you can see it right there. So again, actually 2 circulations, one near the Bella Vista area. That's where that cell interaction is. But the one of concern right around P Ridge. And Dan, what do you think about that one?
That looks. Let's look at the reflectivity and the velocity. I think that's legit. I think that's warranted. We don't have Whitney Mountain Lodge to look northwest. We would. We're also trying to get a camera in Garfield, but the weather's been so bad, the tower climbers haven't been able to get up and install that. But yeah, that circulation is a little suspicious. What are they saying on NWS chat on that? I'm going to take the camera and point it east.
Well, they're not saying much about it. Just getting lots of reports of hail, Bella Vista, P Ridge area.
Yeah, it's definitely something to watch.
Talking about reports of rotating wall clouds, but that was a while ago.
Yeah. Let me take the camera. Let me point it east and see if we can see anything that's shrouded in the rain. Not really. See, this is where if we bring up weather 2, you will see that this is the problem. You have to be in the right location at the right time. New severe thunderstorm warning, though. We'll bring that up on the screen. That's looking east towards that circulation. And right now, at this point, you're shrouded in rain. So this severe thunderstorm warning now is for Benton and Carroll County. This is over Beaver Lake again. So the Beaver Lake area getting impacted with storms. And this supercell thunderstorm is going to be making its way into western Carroll County. Let's do another storm track on this. It's been a little while since we let people know your town, your timing, where this is headed. And I know, Zach, you're going to be getting a new track on this. We'll continue to look at Mega Doppler. There's the rotation with this storm. And so if we're looking at the velocity images, again, that's, once again, anticyclonic circulation. But the way this environment has been, very rare to see an anticyclonic tornado, but that happened on the south side of Decatur. And it's not out of the question that happens again. We'll watch that. But there is another circulation that's showing up too, as you can see near the P Ridge area, just to the south of that. So there's the new velocity scan that's coming out shortly, new reflectivity. North of Garfield, just getting hammered with heavy rain and very large hail too. Possibly golf balls, maybe even larger. Okay, Zach, I know you got a new storm track on that. Let's go ahead and we'll get to that. And we'll take a look at the latest track and take us through where this storm is headed.
Yeah, you got a fresh track on that. It looks like this storm is making a turn east. So again, this storm is making its way through Benton County, heading into Carroll County, and here is the latest track here. So we got Pea Ridge National Military Park. That is 5:17 p.m. Garfield area 5:22 p.m. Gateway 5:25 p.m. Indian Creek Park 5:28. Bush 5:32 p.m. Eureka Springs area around 5:40. Grandview 5:48 p.m. and then the Berryville area around 5:53. Navajo 5:56 and Green Forest 6:03 p.m. So again, this is a severe storm warning. We've got some very large hail. We got some damaging winds here with this storm, and there's a whole lot of lightning. We got heavy rain. You saw that flash flood warning that includes portions of McDonald County and the Berry County area too. So again, that latest velocity scan might not be as strong. So again, that is the storm track. But if we look at, can get Mega Doppler up to stand by for that. So again, yeah, that's definitely a circulation. You can see it right there. The storm relative velocity, that right-hand panel. So right in between Pea Ridge and Garfield, actually a little bit closer to the Garfield area. And if we zoom out a little bit, another circulation along the Bella Vista area, but the area that's of concern is definitely just west of the Garfield area. So we're seeing a little bit of cell interaction though around the Pea Ridge area. So this is a look at the reflectivity showing all that heavy rain. And again, this is a severe storm warning impacting Benton County, and they had those tornadoes last night, and Carroll County had some damage too. So this storm is moving into the Eureka Springs area. They're going to be seeing impacts from this too, and this is probably the worst case to get these two events back to back in the same spots. But right now, it's not a tornado warning, but still have a plan in place because the atmosphere is primed. We have that frontal boundary. We have a cell interaction. Those two factors could produce tornadoes. So have a plan in place for if that warning gets issued. But as of right now, we just got a new scan. Let me see that. Yeah, still rotation looks broad, but the Garfield area, that is where the main rotation is at this point in time. And with that latest scan, I want to check on that hail core and see that hail core has just increased in size.
Yeah.
And let me get the banner up there. So we can see that the pink, that is potentially up to baseball size hail moving into the Garfield area. So that the Elkhorn Tavern, Hilltop, that can definitely cause damage with that. And then this should be moving into the Gateway area, the Clantonville area. So we're seeing just significantly large hail with this storm too. And this is in the Benton County area. So if we take it back in time, we can see that hail core making its way to the southeast. And Garfield area, I think they're going to be seeing some significantly large hail really soon here, if not already. And the Pea Ridge area had that hail. We've had lots of reports of hail. So hail is a big factor, but the circulation, we definitely have to watch that. I think the tornado potential is definitely there for these storms along that front. And we've been focusing on this one spot. We probably should zoom out and see if we have anything else popping up. So pretty quiet across most of the forecast area. We're just looking at Benton County, Carroll County, McDonald, and Berry County for these storms. But a lot of interactions here. And you saw those cameras, a whole lot of lightning, a whole lot of heavy rain. We got another
some
flood.
hail coming down too. You can bring up Weather 3, Zach, and you can see the hail core that's coming down in Pea Ridge. This is a live view from Pea Ridge. There you see that with the hail core that's coming down. So a little bit of small hail. That's not as big as the hail you were mentioning north of Garfield and Hilltop. That's an area that's really getting impacted heavily. But here's a look at that next thunderstorm that's rolling over. Now, once this moves out, that's going to be the end of the severe weather threat for western Benton County. Thankfully, Decatur has dodged a bullet. It looks like Rogers and Bentonville will be seeing some rain. But unless this storm ramps up dramatically, I don't think it's going to prompt tornado potential. However, remember that cell that has that baseball size hail potentially, that's up there. That's over 2 inches in diameter. That could be impacting Carroll County very shortly. And that storm is moving into a very favorable environment, maybe even a little more favorable than what we're experiencing here in parts of Northwest Arkansas. In fact, we can bring up here as we take a look. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to show you the latest severe weather risk. This is what's just released not too long ago. If we go to Weather 2, we can bring up the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. Notice the eastern sections of our weather coverage area now, an enhanced risk of severe weather. Now, keep in mind, the threat does extend all the way down to the river valley if a storm develops. But if we look at the tornado potential, this is something you mentioned, Zach. That hatched area does include central and eastern Boone County and also northeastern Newton County. And then that tornado threat really ramps up. So we're right on the western edge of this, whereas yesterday, or should I say this morning, a few hours ago, we were on the western fringe of the risk as the storms made their way in. So now we're on the eastern fringe and then the western fringe. Yeah, just insane. Or I think I had that backwards. We were on the eastern edge of the threat this morning because the storms evolved. And now we're kind of just on the western area as the storms are moving out. So it's going to be moving out here pretty quick. Let's go back to our radar and reflectivity. And yeah, starting to see a little bit more of that kidney bean shape. There's the cell that was producing hail over Cooper Elementary. A little bit of light rain in Bentonville and Rogers, but lightning though, Zach, the lightning has been tremendous. We could take a look at that as we look at the lightning indication. And so here's the amount of strikes that have happened from this cell. And look at some of these bolts that are shooting out way ahead of the storm. So these are those cloud to ground lightning strikes. And there you see a positive strikes, 88. And cloud to ground strikes, we're looking at about 257 just from this cell alone. That's within the last, yeah, look at them just all popping up on there within the last 15 minutes. But again, not seeing any at the moment additional development. But remember, that tornado watch does continue and the atmosphere is ripe for a storm to pop up. So we're continuing to watch these cells. And now the hail continues to come down even more in the Benton County area. Let's go ahead and we'll look at Bella Vista here real fast. So here's Bella Vista. There's that hail core still coming down, Zach. You can see that small hail that's falling along with some intense rain. Any new circulation information?
Definitely seeing circulation here. But again, the radar beam is.
Yeah, we might want to start switching to Springfield.
Yeah, we're 8,000 feet high here.
But we have a struggle in Northwest Arkansas because every radar location is still quite a ways away from the storm if it's over northern Benton County. So it's what we call a radar hole. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and we're going to bring something up here. Take a look at the sweep here from the Springfield area just to get an idea of the rotation. So here's a look at the radars. I'll zoom out and I'll give you an idea. So we have right here, we got the radar in Springfield. That's way off to the north. And as the radar beam gets farther away from the radar, it gets higher up in the atmosphere. And you have INX, again, really far away from the storm. And then finally, you have KSRX. That's also going to be quite a ways from the storm. So every one of those is quite a ways away, but that's why we have, Springfield. That's why we have to switch the radars at the right time to get an idea on what this storm is doing. Flash flood warning is in effect as well. So a lot of warnings that are popping up. Considerable golf ball size hail, as we mentioned. That's moving across northeastern Benton County, right over Beaver Lake. And Eureka Springs going to be impacted as well. A heavily traveled time of year to go to Eureka Springs, enjoy the outdoors. There is a thunderstorm coming in. Whereas in the Springdale area, pretty sunny. Not a whole lot going on in the Springdale area. If we look at Arkansas Children's Northwest, one of our cameras, and you'll get to see, look at that, all that sunshine. But again, you're seeing some billowing clouds, so that could develop into additional storms. I want to do something real quick. We're going to look at this high-resolution satellite because this will tell us if additional storms are going to develop and pop up. And right now, not quite seeing that, thankfully. So we'll see if that remains the case. maybe a little bit of potential development, but any one of those cumulus clouds can rapidly pop up and develop into an explosive supercell thunderstorm. Notice how that anvil is making its way towards Harrison. So it's going to get a lot cloudier here shortly. Huntsville currently not seeing any activity, but it's just that one thunderstorm that's causing all of the issues, Zach. And that's it. That's the only storm that we're concerned with, but it's enough. We got to let people know about it. Now look at Bella Vista as it's starting to clear out. Everything's looking a lot better. The sunshine's coming out. Might be able to see a rainbow off in the distance in the eastern sky. So just to let you know, because of the Indy 500, we are not having KNWA news at 5 o'clock because we're right in the middle of our newscast time. And you might be wondering, where's the newscast? Well, it's not happening because of the race that has been preempted because of a delay. It was a delay in the weather activity. And so obviously you can't race when there's rain. And looks like we got another crash, so we'll be able to provide another update on the Indy 500. But severe thunderstorm warning. Are we getting any rain in the Rogers area, Zach? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chris Peterson was texting me some photos of some dark skies.
Yeah. So we got more rain that's coming into the Rogers area. iDrive Arkansas cameras can bring that up too. I can see we have our Brianna, our reporter Brianna, that's out there covering damage, and she's pointing out the clouds as well. Let's bring her up if we can real quick. I know in the Aux 3 we have a live view. It's just raw video, but just letting you know how we're preparing for information. There you can see Brianna and our photographer Ethan that are out there looking at the storm damage as well as those dark, ominous clouds that are off in the distance. So, but as of now, thunderstorm activity is going to be very limited for the Rogers area. Zach, is that hail core dropped off a little bit, moving into Gateway? Looks like it's weakened slightly.
Maybe just a tad,
Yeah.
but not really. I'm still seeing some pinks in there, so that could be up to baseball-sized hail, and some dark oranges, so maybe hen egg-sized hail at the Garfield area. Again, Gateway. Yeah, that latest scan might be down a little bit, but that's what these storms do. They kind of decrease in strength and they ramp back up. We saw the atmosphere is definitely primed for these storms. We got a whole lot of heat, humidity. We're trying to see a circulation here, but again, the radar beam is so high. We are on the Tulsa radar. You think we should change it to the Springfield radar?
Yeah, I was just mentioning that. I think we do need to change
so
that.
I can go and do that. And then we'll get that loaded up, and then we can see how it looks from there. Because even Springfield, it's going to be high up in the atmosphere. Definitely a radar hole here. So it's kind of a bad spot to be tracking storms for us, but we can get that radar loaded up. And notice north of us, that's where the main energy is, seeing a whole lot of severe storms across the Missouri area, even a confirmed tornado across portions of south central Missouri. But for us, can probably zoom in on that right there and see.
Yeah, I got you. It's
you got it?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I was controlling it here real quick. Take off the lightning after I get this positioned here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now we can get the lightning off. Let's set the storm motion from the warning. I'll let you take control of Mega Doppler, Hollow Heating Cooling Mega Doppler. Getting a workout lately.
So there it is right there. So like the main cell is starting to make its way into Carroll County here. There's a circulation, a little much different picture there, but
yeah, a little different, and you can tell it's mostly outflow dominant. That's what we were kind of seeing. Maybe a little bit of rotation showing up on the backside. It's more of a convergent wind pattern, which would make sense. So you'd have potentially some downburst winds associated with that. Don't see anything low-level rotation that's menacing, and so I think the ingredients are just missing a little bit over Northwest Arkansas, thankfully. Not for storms and not for severe weather, but we are missing those tornadic ingredients. But there still has a tornado warning to the east, and that could be moving into Carroll and Boone County. So one isolated cell, once again, this one not as bad as what we had early this morning, but still a storm that we got to let people know about. It's making their Memorial Day weekend a little bit dicey, to say the least. There's that quarter-size hail, even a little bit bigger. just no development as of now, Zach. That's farther southwest.
No.
And now this is going to give you an indication when these storms move out. If we go to weather 3, we already got it up on the screen. There you get to see a beautiful shot of clearing and sunshine again. Oh, this weather is wild, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very active pattern, and going throughout the upcoming week looks to be pretty active too. So it's been quite the May here for us. And,
going out, May is going out like a lion.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like the hail course is starting to make its way into the Carroll County area. So we're going to be seeing some of the impacts from this storm in the Carroll County area, northwest Carroll County. Notice we're going to be seeing some damaging winds too. So wind, rain, it's all going to be on the table for us. And flooding. This storm seems to have slowed down a bit. So with the heavy rain and with that storm motion being slow, flood potential is definitely going to be going up. So this severe storm warning is going to be in effect for about another half hour. But we are on this storm because the atmosphere is primed for those severe storms. And if you're just hopping on, we have another tornado watch, and that is going to be in effect for a lot of the forecast area. And if you're wondering about that, I can actually pull that up for you. So there it is right there. So we're the yellow area, that is a tornado watch, and that does include Benton County, Washington County, and Madison County, and a lot of other counties too. That is through 9 p.m. this evening. So we have to be on high alert this evening. Keep a close eye on that radar because these storms could start spinning fast, even though the circulation of that Benton Carroll County storm seems to be going down a little bit. We can't let our guard down here. And I can show you exactly where that storm is right now.
Hey, I just want to let you know, I forgot to mention this, but Cody Hudson was mentioning how they went out to Bellefonte and east of Bellefonte and Olney. There was tornado damage that was rated EF3. So it's at least EF3 at this point. So we have a strong tornado that they measured. And keep in mind this damage information. Tulsa's most likely going to be on their way here either today or tomorrow. They've already surveyed the Claremore area. There were fatalities in Mays County, which is just a little west of Delaware County. That was from this morning. So these storms have wreaked havoc. Multiple tornadoes touching down. We mentioned this earlier on our stream, but just on television, there were tornadoes in Rogers and Bentonville and parts of western Centerton, maybe not in Centerton, but a little west of there. Spoke with my soon-to-be future weather kid family, and so they are going to be coming in a couple of weeks, but they lived in the Centerton area, didn't experience the damage, but it was just a little bit west. But there's a look at that hail core. It's coming towards Beaver. We just definitely have to focus on this storm, and at any point, this rotation could ramp up dramatically. But as of now, it looks like it's just mostly going to be hail and wind are the main threats with this cell.
Hey, Dan, here's a good point right here. I'm texting Chris Peterson here, and he's in the Rogers area concerned about these storms. And a lot of people still without power, so they can't watch TV.
That's true.
And if you have normal internet, you might not be able to stream this because you need a good internet connection. So
you're just basically flying blind.
Yeah, so it's just not a good situation here.
No.
Good news is the Rogers area, the storms seem to be moving out of the area. But again, a little bit too close for comfort. Still can see some lightning impacts from that.
I was a little surprised how I could get out on cell service because I was calling a few people and I was able to connect with them. Texts are working as well. So the communication isn't completely shot down. So maybe you might be able to stream us. All you got to do is download our Weather Authority app. And then you scroll down all the way to the bottom, you click on live stream, it'll take you to our live stream page and you'll see our stream popping up. Now, one thing to note on our live stream is what makes it a little bit tricky is it is a little delayed, just a few minutes, not a few minutes, but a few seconds, sometimes on the order of 15, 20, 30 seconds. But that's important when we're looking at tornado damage because you're seeing the power flashes maybe, or you're seeing the destruction, or you're hearing the tornado. And we're not talking about it yet, and that's because there's a little delay in the stream. So that's just something to remember as well. But you can always also go to knwa.com and click on live stream and get the latest information as well. So this storm continues to be severe thunderstorm warning, but it is starting to move out of the Benton County area, and those cells are starting to weaken. But we'll watch it closely. We're going to continue our live stream at this point because this is starting to not have much of an impact on areas that were hit by the tornadoes from early this morning. So what we're going to do is return you back to programming. I know we got some things that we have to do behind the scenes in the studio, Zach. And so we're going to continue this live streaming coverage on knwa.com and as we still track these storms. If a warning develops, such as a tornado warning, we'll immediately be on. We'll let you know about it. And you can always join us on Facebook Live as well to join the conversation. So, Zach, I'm going to walk over to the weather lab here real quick. We'll wind this coverage up on KXNW, and we'll continue to keep you updated on everything that's happening. So, what a day. May 26th, an incredible severe weather day. Day I will remember for a long time.
Yeah, me too.
Not only is it destructive and a lot of damage, but, you know, at the same time, it's my wife's birthday. So just want to wish my wife a happy birthday.
Yeah.
As we wrap up this
Definitely.
coverage. So, all right, guys, we're going to continue that Facebook live stream. So join us on there. You've been watching severe weather coverage with your Weather Authority team. Keep it here. We'll keep you safe.
This is breaking news from KNWA.
All righty, guys. I know you got to record Pig Trail Nation, Alyssa.
I've cut out all the breaks to make this as quick as possible.
Okay, we should be good. I think this storm is on a weakening trend. The hail core is still there. It's still north of Eureka Springs. We'll still be on severe weather potential, but man, it really doesn't. Happy birthday to my wife, Jennifer.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Sorry I had to bail on you. We were going to cook some burgers and stuff like that. So Josh has some important information here. On mesoanalysis, looks like the better is located areas east. That's where the higher instability is. Better ingredients for tornadoes looking at this moment taking place east. Best mid-level lapse rates are well to the east of this storm. So
Oh, yeah. We definitely ramp back up.
I don't know how long the electricity is going to be out, honestly. Well, and this is a good point, Abby. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning in Benton County. Sorry, not Boone, but Benton County. But the storm's way east of you. So this is the county-wide warning system where you get different information. But Weather Call Next Gen is clutch, and that can help you with the different polygon warnings. And that'll let you know only if you're in the path of the warning. Now, we just got to promote this, and I know there might be some little hiccups with it. We'll work out the bugs. It's nothing that I can essentially do. Stand by here. Man, Zach, that wall cloud was starting to crank up.
Yeah.
Another hail core. But so this is Weather Call Next Gen. And what it is it's a service. It's a paid service. Just to let you know, it's a little bit more than $1 a year. But the advantages of having it over an app, let's face it, cell service goes down. You're not able to know if sometimes your cell service goes out. I mean, think about all the people calling, and you probably weren't able to get through, and the infrastructure can go down as well. So this will give you crucial warnings only if you're in the warning of the polygon. Weather Call provides up-to-the-minute phone calls, texts, and emails to keep you safe during severe weather. You can get live radar, real-time lightning information, and not only that, but your safety recommendation actions. And all you got to do is go to weathercallservices.com, KNWA Next Gen. Just to let you know where that is. Alyssa, you just let us know when we need to be a little quieter, okay? I'm going to bring up this on the stream. You got anything you want to mention, Zach?
No, but I think while it's not completely quiet.
Yeah, we got to do a
I
forecast.
think I'm gonna go over to the far right computer.
Yeah.
And start to do this forecast. So I'm gonna go over
Right
there
button.
and try and do this.
What in the world? So be careful. Sometimes it doesn't go to the right one. I understand. Oh yeah.
There are snacks on the ledge of giving. I bought some of them up there.
Thank you, Alyssa. Appreciate it. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop this stream. I just want to let people know where you can get this. So if you go to our website, knwa.com, it'll redirect you to NWA homepage. So you go knwa.com. And then you're going to go to weather, hold over the weather tab, and then you're going to go to weather call. And when you click on weather call, this will give you all the information. It also calls landline phones too. So, and it gives you an all clear too. There's a lot that we need to do to promote this. Is something that basically came up over the last few months, and we launched it. It's a new service, but it really is great. We have testaments from people. This is a set it and forget it kind of thing. You don't even remember you have it until it calls you. That's what makes it so useful. I want to go back to the radar as Zach is doing all this information. We'll let him off the hook as you do the forecasting. Can you hand me that macaroni and cheese?
Digging on that.
Well, not on the air because I don't want to, but how about some Penguin Ed's mac and cheese, man? That's where it's at right there. It's still warm too. Okay, so here's this hail core, severe thunderstorm warning remaining. And this is just over Eureka Springs right now. So Eureka Springs getting hit. Let me know. Could be golf ball size hail. Tornado watch goes until 9, but it will not last that long for us. It will expire here shortly. Springdale is in the clear as of now, but there could be another storm that pops up. Someone was saying Rogers looks like what were they saying with the DMV? I didn't get that quote, that comment. Oh, getting through Rogers like a day at the DMV, no progress. And Bradley, I'll say this, man, those DMV people work hard and they get a lot of flack from the community. I get it. You get taking those numbers and it takes forever to get help and service. Hey, we gotta know about Eureka Springs is getting hit hard, and Eureka Springs is going to have some potentially larger than 2-inch size hail. So this is serious. If you live in the Eureka Springs area, let us know. Berryville, no, you're not done. After this storm, yes, you will be done. But look at this, Zach. There's a large hail core right on the north side of Eureka Springs. We don't have a camera. We had Whitney Malaja would be able to see that, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's bad news. That caused damage
Yeah.
to buildings, homes.
Yep. What's your opinion, NATO cast? NATO cast doesn't do bad, but I feel like it's been overdoing events where it doesn't do well, and then it's been underdoing events that have easily overperformed. So I do look at NATO cast. I have it, but it is a model. And remember, models aren't perfect. Oh man. In Eureka Springs, so far there's pea size. Well, that's quarter size, so it's getting bigger now. Okay, now it's moving east of Eureka Springs, but another hail core is popping up west. There's the new radar. We got to watch this cell interaction, see what happens, Zach.
Yeah.
Here's that
the leading edge of the circulation potentially right here. It's over Berryville. So it's going to be a pretty menacing looking cloud. This is going to be in Carroll County. Don't like that. And cell interaction is occurring here. Yeah.
It's a good question.
What you got?
Will an alert come through if you have no service?
So Kylie, I think if cell service is down and there's no calls that can be made, it probably won't work. However, if you have a landline phone, the landline phones will call, but nothing will really work. If you don't have any service, think about that. You're in the dark ages. You won't have anything that shows up. So I don't have a landline and no weather radio. See, that's where the weather radio comes in handy, because if cell service goes out, then that would be it.
You have no power though.
You have no power. You have backup battery backup. Nothing more to worry about. Oh, thank you, Juliana. Plenty of time to get us and the cat somewhere safe. Any more to worry about tonight? So no, nothing more. Once this cell moves out, Zach, I think we're done. Don't you?
I think. I mean, the main energy is definitely north, but we do have that frontal boundary.
I do want to look at that main energy. Let's check some of this out. Definitely going to be buying one tomorrow. So the weather radio, by the way, is really good because it does work. But what you can do is you can go to Walmart or you can go to Walgreens. They have weather radios that are really helpful. The only thing I don't like about the weather radio is that it's too wide on the warning service. So it only works off of a county-wide warning system. So for instance, if you're in Siloam Springs, you're still under a severe thunderstorm warning according to the weather radio, because it's still clipping eastern Benton County, yet Siloam Springs is so far away. That's what differentiates weather call. But granted, if there's cell service that's down, it won't call. There's Berryville, Urbanette. This hail core is coming that way, so it's a big storm. Likely a large tornado went through southeast Missouri near Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. I was looking in the Little Rock chat, and they had a damage survey EF3.
That's what I was mentioning. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did. I mentioned that only that it was
Yeah.
at least EF3. Yeah. Wind is wild on this storm in Berryville. Okay, Taylor. So you're in Berryville. Here's a look at that storm. Let me give you a storm track and let you know where it's headed. So here's a view. Look at all these storms right here. Multiple tornadoes. And we want to look at why the energy has been a little bit farther north. But let's do a storm track on this here. Stand by. I'm going to take off all this warning information. And we'll look at how fast this storm is tracking. East at 45. Yep, that's exactly how fast you've got it, Zach. Let's do the next half hour. I'm going to take that track a little bit farther south too. So there you go. Berryville at 5:55. So just a few more minutes for the hail core to arrive. Urbanette 5:57, Yoakum 6:06, Farewell 6:09, Denver 6:13. Those are some smaller communities. So Josh is saying River Valley not out of the woods yet. Boy, I hope nothing develops in the river valley. There's a chance we hit convective temp, but we'll see. Let me zoom out a little bit. This is what we got to do. We got to look at the wide view in order to determine if there's tornado potential. Wow, look at that energy. You know, there is still more energy, Zach.
Yeah.
So-
Still gotta do radio.
Yeah. Whenever you're able to do radio, we'll just be quiet for a little
Do
bit.
it after picture.
Yeah. So what you're seeing here is more energy swinging in. Look at that. There's the thunderstorms that popped up this morning. There's the new one that developed. And then you can see additional development that could be taking place. If we take a look here at the frontal boundary, Zach, it's going to be to the northwest. I won't call it anymore because I know you're still working on that forecast, but
Can't do it.
looks like maybe a drop in the moisture. Dew points are a little less. So Peyton and Josh seem to be doing well. Josh is on here right now. I know Peyton may still be sleeping.
I talked to Peyton earlier.
Yeah,
He's doing good.
good deal. Yeah, send me a Baja Blast. You know what? I got one handy. I think it's time. What do you think, Zach?
Might be. Unless storms come in later.
Oh, man.
Don't want to have that crash.
Confirmed tornado warning. I got to go up here to see for my dad. Oh, my goodness.
No, you know what happened? I totally missed the Nashville area. They had a whole lot of severe weather.
Yeah.
And that happened earlier during the day. And I was asleep.
Wow. Okay, so this is my dad's location in Menominee Falls. And there is a confirmed tornado that's all the way up in Wisconsin with this energy. And yeah, I don't see it on the radar right there, but let's look here. We go up in tilts. Oh yeah. Right on the leading edge. This puppy's going right over the radar. That's what makes it really difficult when it gets really close to the radar. I might need to tell my dad about this. My goodness. You know what? I am going to call him. Give him the heads up because that's confirmed. And this is confirmed from, let's see, tornado confirmed. Weather spotters confirmed tornado. There's a lot going on, Zach.
I'm gonna look at the short range models and see what they show.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the radar here real quick. Sorry. Rogers is good. Everything's kind of clearing out. Let's give you another wide view
See
here.
these storms like blow up like just south of us.
I imagine with all that energy swinging in. Dew points are still upper 60s in Fayetteville.
That's later on tonight. It's like after midnight.
Berryville is wild. Yeah, let's get back to that. Berryville is getting rocked. And there's some large hail that's approaching Berryville. Easily quarter size. But that's it. This is the only cell that's popping up anywhere in the area. However, one thing in order to see if there's any other additional development is to look at I bet you we're in the mesosector. I'd be surprised if we weren't. So let's see if we're in the mesosector.
Short range models have storms developing in the Little Rock counties.
Do they?
Yeah, if you could.
So here's a look at the visible satellite. I just don't think it's going to do it, though. I think we got this cell, but that's it. Then you got these cells that are a little more intense. Well, that was definitely an isolated supercell. All right, let's go back to Mega Doppler. So here's the large hail in the Berryville and Pleasant Valley area, just north of 62. Urbanet. A little bit of a circulation on the leading edge, but I just don't think the tornado ingredients are there. 1.21 for the hail core, just nothing else, Zach. Just one supercell. Lots of down trees. All right, we're still doing that Big Trail Nation recording, but we're in a commercial break now. So lots of down trees in Rogers. What do you think about the debris turning into projectiles? Will the wind be gusty later on? It should be pretty breezy when this system swings through, right? Tonight,
pretty windy
today.
right now. I
Yeah.
had that front.
Yeah.
With the front coming through, there's going to be a lull, and then behind the front, the wind shouldn't be as strong as what they were earlier during the day.
Yeah. No tornado tie tonight. No, but this is the tornado tie. This is the wicked tornado tie. But we could take this off. I think we're starting to lose it. However, it is making its way into Boone County. Remember that that's a part of the PDS tornado watch. Here is some of the wind gusts, by the way. 51 mile an hour in Bentonville since midnight. And there you see 62 in Rogers. So some pretty intense winds from those thunderstorms. But here's the deal. Let's do a little model analysis. Let's see how poor the models are. Remember, this is an analysis on what's happening right now. So it does show storms that clip northwest Arkansas, but then after those move out, that's it. I still think we're done. We're getting close to being done. Because let me show you some weather cameras here. There's Alma. You can see some thunderstorm development off to the north. It's not nearly as well defined. That's an old image from Cooper Elementary. That's got to be old. I know it is. So I guess it doesn't refresh. Oh. There's Cooper Elementary. There's Alma. I thought I saved all these to have refresh the browser. There's Fulbright Junior High, much clearer. The Bentonville Square. See all those trees that are damaged. Decatur City Hall, that's old. Watch what happens here. I'm going to refresh this. Nope. Look at the Graduate. Beautiful afternoon, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, new severe thunderstorm warning that just got issued. Gaither Mountain's down, right? Yep, Gaither Mountain's down. Let me see. Maybe I can reset it. Yeah, we'll have to go through there. Yeah, how's Alpena looking? Great question. Thunderstorm's making its way towards Alpena. So let's do a radar view of Mega Doppler. And a new severe thunderstorm warning has been added for the eastern and northeastern sections of Carroll County. Large hail over 2 inches in diameter with this cell. Ooh, that hail core really ramped up north of Green Forest. More hail that's on the south side of Eureka Springs. That's coming towards Berryville and Pleasant Valley. But the strongest core with this cell is going to be just to the southeast of Urbanette, north of Green Forest. Alpena, let's put this into motion and see if this is going to make it towards you. Now, this is kind of cool. This is a feature that Josh Weisel helped us realize with storm tracking. There's a tracking mode that allows us to follow the storm as it makes its way southeast. Now you see the motion's a little fast, so we're going to set the storm motion from a warning. And now you're going to get to see it almost perfectly. There's a look at the there's the area. Animation's a little too fast. Let's slow that down a little bit. There you go. Now you get to see the storm motion making its way southeast. So it is going to be making it towards. Yeah, I think there's going to be some precipitation, perhaps, that makes it into Alpena. We're in Beaver area. So Beaver had a little bit of hail, but you see that it kind of made its way through Beaver. It's already east of that. Get a longer loop. And let's put a new storm track on this. We'll look at the new graph model, too, and see if it has any development. So here's the newest graph model as it updates. There's a look at the thunderstorm activity, energy swings in. It still has some developing storms. Yeah, no kidding, huh, Susan? I've worn this tornado tie only 4 times. Only 4 times have I worn this tie. 1 time didn't come to fruition. The other 3 did. Camping in Diamond City. So you're good in Diamond City. The storm's out of there. I do believe Diamond City is the cell that is southeast of. Oh, no, that's Diamond, not Diamond City. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of a. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Bull Shoals. Yeah, that's a beautiful spot to be camping. So that's going to be north of Lead Hill, north of Peel, east of Omaha. Yeah, I would be concerned about watching for this storm. Let me show you what I mean here. So there's Bull Shoals, there's Peel. If we zoom in here, we can get Diamond City right on the map. And you'll notice there's going to be some thunderstorm activity. The main hail core might be not impacting Diamond City, but there's definitely going to be some lightning and some thunder. So just be aware of that. And let me give you an idea, Rachel, on how long that's going to take to get to you. So we could do a storm track on this. Moving east at 45 miles an hour, east-southeast. So the northern edge of the core for Diamond City. Bring this up and do another storm track on this. So 6:42 is going to be the time. So you got about, that's the heaviest core. Let me give you when the rain starts moving in. 6:36, so a little bit earlier. So about a half hour from now. Be aware that storm's going to be coming your way. No, this won't hit Rogers and Lowell. Lots of hail in Garfield. I can believe that. As of now, activity is developing east of Washington County. And I think that might be it. Just want to let you know, though, there's no doubt tornado warnings that are in Missouri, eastern Missouri. I know, Western Grove. Alexis, tell me about your experience and what that was like in Western Grove, because it had to be pretty dangerous last night. They rated that tornado EF3 in Olney. I think we are done for the night, and I think we're done for the next day or so. Do we have storms? Are you putting storms on Tuesday, Zach?
Later on during the overnight.
The evening? Yeah.
Yeah. Not too concerned about it.
So the energy is just north of the area. What's going on with the SEC championship? I didn't even think watching that. I was kind of checking that out. The lady that sang the national anthem was incredible. Man, she did a good job. Okay, so Newton County is in that PDS watch, Zach. They added them.
Yeah.
Originally, they didn't have it, but they did add Newton County in the PDS watch. Tennessee was up on LSU. Okay. What is that? Josh is still looking at it. I think the storm's starting to weaken, though. Look at Mega Doppler again, newest radar scan, kind of splitting apart. Additional cell popping up. Now, this is going to be hindering efforts in Clifty. We know that the tornado came through the Clifty area, south of West Liberty, east of Rock. See, sometimes that tracking is good, but sometimes it's not. Ooh. Here's what I think happened last night. We're going to go back to the shear tracks, and we're going to go back last 24 hours. So if you're just tuning in and you haven't heard about this supercell has produced some pretty substantial. I don't think there is a way to show the entire track over time. I think it only does 1 hour increments. Pretty sure. Yeah, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning that's got a considerable tag. Let's see. Yeah, golf ball size hail. This is going to be in the Boone County area. I know, it is so hot and muggy. It absolutely is. Oh, what do you say? No championship? Tennessee won 4-3. I don't know. It's like the lesser of two evils. But there's the information for that severe thunderstorm warning till 6:45. Golf ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. There's the cells. If we look at the hail cores and the kind of the hail tracks, this will give you an idea of what it looked like. Look at that. East of Pea Ridge, that hail core just ramped up dramatically. We'll go back to that rotation track, but we have the new severe thunderstorm warning. So there it is, dropping southeast, Eureka Springs, Berryville, and Green Forest. And Eureka Springs got pretty nasty there for a little while. Now I want to go to the shear tracks. We're going to go back the last, let's go 18 hours here. And so let me tell you exactly what I think took place. Sorry I'm moving the radar around so much, but this is what I think took place. And we got to go back even farther. Zach, is there any way I can help you?
No, I'm just doing
Yeah.
closed caption here.
Yeah. All right, so here's I-35 where there was still tornado warnings that were in progress. There you get an idea. The first tornado warning that popped up is right here near Red Rock. So that was at 9:34 last night. Then as we go in time, tornado warning, but you can see the rotation really ramping up on the north side of Tulsa. Skiatook, wall cloud that went over. But at this point, this is the damage that went through Claremore, which, by the way, the Weather Service, as of last check, rated it EF2. So EF2 tornado. Then it continued east, northeast, and at this point, circulation was ramping up dramatically. Then the rotation ramped back up, increased dramatically, produced a deadly tornado north of Salina. This is in Mays County. We know that this was deadly from the damage and coming out of the reports from Tulsa. And then Bull Hollow, another circulation started to ramp up. We knew there was tornado damage there. Also, Concord had the circulation, but at this point, this storm just started going ballistic. And I think this might be one of the stronger tornadoes in our weather coverage area, the one that went through the northwest side of Decatur. But at the same time, there was an anticyclonic tornado that touched down on the south side of Decatur. So you have this one that's going on, this one south of Decatur, and then the circulation might have lifted a little bit, but still produced some damage along with mixed in with straight line winds. That went northeast. Then the circulation died out. No circulation damage in Centerton, according to Mayor Bill Edwards. But then the storm made its way eastward, and you're going to see the rotation once again ramp up. So these are multiple different tornadoes. This is called a mesocyclone handoff or mesocyclogenesis. It's a fancy word for saying one storm's rotating. You know, I've got a great view of this. Let me share it with you. Let me see if I can still get this website. Hold on just a second.
Storm might be increasing in strength.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
No, never. We are done, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. All right, so this is a cool site. It's kind of old school, but I like old school. It's the University of Illinois, and it's their atmospheric guide. So let me go ahead and bring this up here real quick. Before I do, I want to take one last look, well, another look, not one last look, but another look at the radar. Make sure that we've got this on here. It's amazing, Springdale right now. Hot and muggy is gone. Super nice. Okay, so the frontal boundary has made its way through Springdale. Good. But this storm might be increasing a little bit in the War Eagle Clifty area. And yeah, it is, Zach. That might be prompting a new severe thunderstorm warning.
A little bit of cell interaction there.
Golly.
I think that's more favorable because you kind of have like that hitting like the hook area if there was going to be one.
The boundary, yeah.
That's kind of what happened with Friday.
Yeah, we were still going through that
I'm
rotation.
going to make sure they know back there that we're not done.
Okay, yeah, please do.
We're not done yet.
Yep, we can focus on the now storms. That's why I'm doing that. But at some point, you're just repeating yourself, saying the same thing over and over and over again. There's no rotation that I can see that's very evident. There's a little bit of a circulation that's trying to show up near Clifty, but nothing major. It's kind of a little disorganized, to be honest with you. There's the loop. So yeah, Diamond City, that cell's coming your way. This is live. This is 100% live. I know you're probably not seeing that it's live, and that's because we're not on Mega Doppler with the time, but let me change that here real quick. Let me bring up weather too. So this has the time on there, 6:13.
You think Carter has time to go and get some food, or
Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he will in just a bit before the 9 o'clock, but maybe just hang on just a little longer. I know that stinks. So yeah, it's making its way east. Washington County, I think, is done for the night. I don't think anything else develops. Could be wrong, but we'll see. Okay, back to this now. As it made its way east, we know that tornado touched down Rogers, and this is like right over Rogers. So, yes, there'll be straight line wind damage in association with the tornado, which is called the rear flank downdraft surge. But there's that storm that's making its way eastward. And then you can see the circulation that went through potentially Rocky Branch. So there's tornadoes all over the place this morning in the early morning hours. Additional circulations near Alabama, Marble, and then you're going to see that kind of becoming more outflow dominant. And then as soon as that happened, a new tornado started to develop near Pyatt. There you're going to see the heavy rotation, strong rotation that came through those red shaded areas, and then that lifted northeast. And then that storm continued, went all the way into Marion, Baxter County, tornadoes confirmed. Still had a little bit of weak rotation with it. It made its way east, and then it was gone. So that was early this morning. Let's go back to the latest radar here. And we'll look at the latest storm activity. So severe thunderstorm warning till 6:45, another 30 minutes. Diamond City is included in that. 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail. No. We're on here for the storms now. There won't be any additional storms, I don't think. So I think we're in the clear. Maybe something's trying to develop over Fayetteville. In order to tell that, you look at the high-resolution visible satellite, but you can tell that the energy is starting to move out. And so I think we're almost done. We'll have to watch this, to be honest with you. There might be a little bit of development just to the west of Decatur. Let me see if we can get that on our camera. Phooey sticks. Yeah, that went down again. Looks like that's boundaried, but there could be a little bit of development, Zach, that's popping up. Yeah, that is a little bit of a tower. Hold on.
Start with Fayetteville.
No, west of Benton County again.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
How about that though?
I know, I saw that too. Looking at Siloam here. Hold on just a second. Yeah, no. I don't see anything. Could be the initial stages of development. I don't know. Going back to the radar now. Oh, well, that was a very weird audio, yeah. Can you explain how to understand a satellite view? So, yeah, great example. Great question, and I got a great example for you. So, satellite, there's different types of satellite. There's infrared, and then there's also visible satellite. Now, visible satellite only works during the day, but it gives you an idea. Now, here's what I want to do. You can see this is the reason that we have different types of data sets. So we're going to take this data set, we're going to make it white counties, and now you're going to see the difference. Check this out. How much easier it is to see where the county lines are. There you go. Then you can get to see with the black and white. That's the satellite imagery. Now, the way you're able to tell, and that's looping way too fast as well. So let's go very slow. Now let's loop this. So you're going to see these thunderstorms that pop up. Now we also have what's called a sandwich. This really is helpful during severe weather because it tells you what storms are coldest, not only that they're thunderstorms, but also that they have colder cloud tops. All these loops are going way too fast, Zach. Gotta slow them down a little bit. We've got to be in one of the mesosectors. Let's see which one we're in. Okay, we're not in that one. There we go. We're in mesosector 2. So now watch this. This is 1 minute updates compared to the other ones. Look at how much smoother that is. And so you're looking at multiple different things. Let me tell you what you're looking at. Number one, you're seeing the colder cloud tops aloft. You're seeing additional development that's popping up southwest of that. So those are those isolated cells that are trying to develop right over Fayetteville. That's the boundary that's coming through. You're seeing this, which might be a little bit of development just to the west of Benton County, north of Colcord. But we've also got, if we bring up the satellite imagery, let me see, I think I've got the mesosector with the sandwich here.
Can't believe how hot it is. Force spit 94.
Wow. That is way up there. Yeah, I've got to add some of those data sets. See, satellite, I thought, he'd never use satellite during severe weather, but here we are.
Yeah.
Those are those colder cloud tops. And so there's the developing cell. See how it's got a little bit of color tinge to it? Now you look at the radar, and this is the reflectivity. And so there's that cell north of Clifty that's producing a little bit of small hail along with some lightning and thunder. So there's the next cell. And then we got additional development that's popping up. Now we're going to have to switch radars again because we're getting a little bit farther east. I would say the tornado potential is a lot less, though, than it was this morning as of now. And so these cells just don't have that tornado potential. Go back to Fort Smith. So I want to show what was happening with that cell handoff. So there you go. That's an explanation of the satellite view. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Appreciate that. Let me add something here. Okay. So this is some kind of cool stuff here. But what you're looking at, I'm going to bring this up full. And I'm also going to increase the size as well. This is a mesocyclogenesis, if you will. So we make this zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. These are schematic diagrams of the difference between non-tornadic and tornadic thunderstorm. So you've got a lot of different cells and stuff, but with tornadic thunderstorms, you get this rear flank downdraft. And then on the leading edge of the storm, you get the forward flank downdraft. Well, what we were seeing last night was the rear flank downdraft and surface-based inflow jet. And there's where your tornado development starts to happen. The mesocyclone is the point where you have a rotating updraft and you got inflow that's racing into the center of the storm. You got all the rain and hail that's wrapping around the storm along with the rear flank downdraft. And then here's the storm evolution. So this is how the tornado develops. So you've got warm inflow and then cool outflow. And your wall cloud is underneath this area of interaction. Then you get, over time, that outflow starts cutting off the warm inflow. And so you have a mesocyclogenesis tornado handoff where the tornado develops a little bit more southeast. This is what happened when the storm went over Centerton. There's the tornado path as it kind of deviates to the north a little bit more. And now at the leading edge of that interaction, you're getting a new wall cloud that's developing. Now the old tornado may still be spinning, but it's about to rope out because it doesn't have any warm, moist inflow to fuel it anymore. And then you got the mesocyclogenesis handoff where a new tornado develops. Our environment yesterday did that so fast, which is why everything kind of developed really quickly. Here's a look at some of the superimposed low-level wind fields. So you got that warm inflow that's happening. the updraft base under flank. So you got what's called the rear flank downdraft. This is called the RFD cut, if you will, or the clear slot. And so that wraps around. That's what creates, people say the hot and the cold air mixes together and then forms a tornado. That's essentially what's happening. And then here's a look at the new wall cloud that's developing, the old wall cloud that's getting cut off because the outflow is starting to cut that off. And here's how kind of it looks. Now, this is a cool site, like I said, University of Illinois, and it's the online weather guide. This is really great information for someone that wants to learn more about meteorology. I love this site. I know it looks old school, but it's great. So here's kind of what we were seeing that was over P Ridge, not to the extent, but definitely an intense storm. Then you got the tornado, and this is what we had. We had a cyclic tornadic supercell that came through, where multiple storms and updrafts and mesocyclone handoffs and mesocyclogenesis took place. Josh was mentioning that beaver tail. There's the beaver tail that's associated with warm, moist inflow. Here's a look at the rear flank downdraft cut. And then finally, you've got the tornado that's starting to rope out because of that cold air that's wrapping around the storm and ends up killing it. So here's kind of a look at what the Decatur storm looked like. In fact, I'm going to show you something here real fast. We're going to bring up X. I'm going to look at my profile because I retweeted some stuff. I know we're going to have those are the hailstones that were in Delaware. Look at that. Large hail. Very oblong, a lot of rugged edges. So what you're seeing here, just to let you know, is super cooled water that's collecting with those hailstones. And that's why it has that rough and rugged appearance. Now let me show you what the tornado looked like here. A lot of warnings. Here's the Susie Q that was reported damaged. Susie Q malt shop destroyed. Hate to see that. Historic, a staple of the community. Here is a picture from Michaela Christmas. That is the anticyclonic tornado, meaning it was rotating in a clockwise direction. So instead of going, it was going the other direction, spinning backwards. That's a great way to put it. Zach, I don't know if you ever saw that photo. That's pretty good right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Here's another one too. Oh, these are the MS rotation tracks. So I posted this not too long ago. Here is a look at the rotation that was moving eastward. And those blue shades, by the way, indicate rapid rotation. So for anybody to say it wasn't a tornado, let's just say they're dead wrong. There's a look at the circulation that went through Delaware County. Here's the Delaware County and Benton County state line. Here's Decatur. There's the circulation that ramped up. There's the anticyclonic circulation. There's the rotation that went over Rogers. Look at the blue shade. That's not just straight line winds. There may be some straight line winds mixed in with that. Like, for instance, down here in Springdale. Not sure that would be tornado damage if there was. And then that storm made its way east, southeast. And he said that little jog when it entered Arkansas spared Springdale, Salem Springs, Johnson. Yep. So move along one more image here. This right here is Boone County, and you can see that circulation really cranking up as it went over Piatt and Olney, and that's where that fatality occurred. So multiple tornado tracks. This is what I think is going to happen. You're going to have one that's here, might have lifted briefly, possibly another touchdown southeast of Colcord, but then another touchdown that happened northwest of Decatur. Decatur getting hit on the south side. That's where that significant damage was. Don't think anything was in the city limits except maybe some RFD damage. Another tornado that touched down here on the west side of Centerton. So west of Centerton, Highway 102 at the Bend, Coalfelt Cemetery Road, that area, and Shippey Road. Those are the areas that were impacted from a tornado. Then the mesocyclone genesis handoff took place. These tornadoes developed. one that went through the west side of I-49 and continued across. I think this is one continuous path that made its way eastward, and maybe even a little more as it tracked east-southeast. But I think down here is straight line wind damage, including the Canal Street death that happened in Benton County. And then there's the circulation traveling northeast. So did want to mention too, Madison County is another one that was a tornado that crossed Highway 127. So we've got, let's just count them real quick. 1, potentially 2, we know 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And did I get, I don't know if I've got Madison County. So 9 or 10 in our weather coverage area, Zach. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what the stream's going to look like. Yeah, I know. You're wanting to know about what's happening real time. Just there's not much happening. In fact, the thunderstorm that's severe is starting to weaken. There is another storm that's popping up near Rule. I'm watching it. I've got it on the left-hand side of the screen. We'll bring that up full just so you can see. But here's a look at just a little bit of a hail core that's coming through Rule. This is definitely not as strong of a storm, and I think that severe thunderstorm warning is about to be dropped for Boone County. It only goes another 14 minutes or so, but that's going to be gone before you know it. Yeah. One little isolated cell that's popping up. Here, I'll bring this up so we can look at it live. I'll make a Doppler. There's that cell that's southeast of Fayetteville, Elkins. That might be some new development right there, Zach.
Oh yeah, look at that one.
Yeah.
Think I could knock out radio real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Just do it real quick.
You want me to mute the mic or you want to have at it?
It's okay. I can just do it.
Wow, look at that updraft on the backside. Real quick, just going to show this real fast, and we'll leave this in the background.
tonight, giving us much calmer weather. Temperatures will fall down to the mid 60s. The Memorial Day forecast is looking very nice with lower dew points and calmer winds. High temperatures will be quite warm as they top out around 90. Beyond that, Tuesday looks mainly dry. However, chances for storms return late Tuesday evening and Tuesday nights. Daily storm chances return as we go throughout the rest of the week. For KNWA and Fox 24, I'm meteorologist Zach Gilday.
We got you on here. Got the live radio update right there, Zach.
Oh, nice.
It's like a podcast here.
Yeah.
You're giving the radio update as you're doing that. But let me give you a quick radar update here. High heating, cooling, mega Doppler showing that thunderstorm that's popping up east of Fayetteville. It's not going to be in the Fayetteville area, but it is developing east of Fayetteville. Now, this is the type of storm that could intensify as it makes its way into a favorable environment for severe weather. A little bit of lightning that's popping up South Carroll County, still some hail, but we currently do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings. That may be different in a few minutes, as a warning could be issued for southern Carroll County as well as Boone County. That's going to be southern Boone County. The storm activity is over. I don't understand where you're getting that information, Destiny. Depending on where you're at, if you're in the Northwest Arkansas area, we are done with the severe weather. This line is moving out. This is going to be the last of the isolated storms, and we're not going to see any more severe weather this evening. We do have the potential for more thunderstorms later on in the week, but not tonight. So there's a look at the radar. We put this into motion. You can see that storm activity moving out. Harrison is not done, though. So if Destiny's mentioning that, there's more potential, depends on where you're at. If you're in the Harrison area, you're not done because more storms are coming in. You can see them right here. So it might be quiet now, but Harrison's about to experience this thunderstorm. We could give you a view of that, but our Gaither Mountain camera is not working.
Chris, knock out that weather Alexa forecast.
Oh, sure. Is that the last one you got?
Yep. It's been a very active weekend with those devastating storms. Here is your Weather Alexa forecast. Overnight tonight, a cold front will pass through, giving us much calmer weather. Low temperatures across the area will fall down to the lower to mid 60s. The Memorial Day forecast is looking amazing with high temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Lower dew points and light winds will make for a very nice day. Tuesday should be mainly quiet as the forecast stays quiet throughout most of the afternoon, but later on Tuesday night we could see a few storms. And then beyond that, Wednesday and Thursday both have storm chances as we are going to be in northwest flow. Beyond that, Thursday into the upcoming weekend, it might get a little bit more active as we return to an active southwest flow. For KNWA and Fox 24, I'm meteorologist Zach Gilday.
Hey, Zach. We're starting to get some cell interaction with this storm that's in southeastern Carroll County.
Yeah.
Rotation is increasing. Look at this. Now, this is mid-level rotation, 7,000 feet aloft. But that is going to be something we have to watch. If we look at the circulation from Springfield, there is a little bit there. So Harrison is not done. New severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, that just got issued for southeastern Carroll County, just as I was talking about that. This goes until 7:30. 7:30 in the evening, severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be mainly quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And that is making its way towards the Harrison area. Now, check this out. I'm going to show you something here. You're going to see some cell interactions again. So you got this cell here, and then you got the cell southwest of Clifty. And then sometimes those cell interactions, called nudgers, can be enough where it prompts the storm to rotate strong enough to produce tornadoes. We'll look at the latest velocity signature, but there is a little bit of rotation just to the west, northwest of Osage. Now, how many times have we talked about this area? You know, Carrollton. I mean, wasn't that not too long ago, Zach? We were looking at that Carrollton area,
Yeah.
and we had the camera. I mean, I can't even remember all the storms. That wasn't even May 7th, was it?
Can't remember.
It's a good question, Gwen. The reason that it's still under the tornado watch is just because they haven't cleared it yet. They're just going to wait till that storm makes its way east. However, it's going to be dropped here pretty soon. I got to go into here and change this design here. Oklahoma City in the clear. Yeah, Oklahoma City is definitely clear. We know that for a fact. That's way west of the moisture and the boundary, so you're good. I know. That's the reason. Yep. They're just waiting until everything clears out. I know. There's a Newton County. There's also a Benton County. There's a there's a Benton, Arkansas. Can get pretty confusing for sure. Now, oh yeah, maybe a little bit of development, Zach. Trying to get ready in the river valley.
Oh.
Newton County, Arkansas, Compton. Did you see this circulation with the cell merger?
Oh yeah.
I don't like that.
That was Sage.
Mm-hmm. It's not super strong, but watch as we go back a frame. See that cell interaction? Something to watch. And look at this cell popping up here. We got Echo Top. That one's blowing up south of Huntsville. Don't see anything developing in Fort Smith. Additional storms popping up. We got another cell that's developing near Berry County.
Berry County's been
Just
hammered.
stop already. Stop for the love of God.
Another severe storm warning.
Yeah. I'm imagining it's going to be Boone County. Harrison area is going to be included in severe thunderstorm warning, I'm imagining. Let me stop this radar loop. It's going way too fast again. Just a little slower. Yeah, where was that warning? Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Northern Berry County.
That was like a
That's,
mean storm.
It does. That's just barely going to be clipping our weather coverage area.
I do that 7 day. I gotta do a 7 day. Should I wait for that?
No. I think we're going to drop off the stream here because these cells are just somewhat taking off. Let's see. Notice something wild. Let's look at this convection here.
Right. See it build in real time.
Yeah, it's not super strong. What's the hail looking like? It's definitely there. It's a large hail core too, north of Osage. But this is what we were looking at. So there's the updraft right there. Not super strong. But that's that thunderstorm that's trying to pop up. So I can tell you that just doesn't have as much energy. We're looking at nearly 2-inch size hail. And so the Boone County area is going to be warned if this storm continues on its path southeast. Yeah, exactly. Missing ingredients is good. So let's see here. We have two things working against you. Sometimes missing for tornadoes is good. Sometimes is there for storms to pop bad. So we're in mixed mode. Not looking too good. Where are you at, Jack? What's not looking too good? The Harrison area? Yeah, we got Cody Hudson. Let's give him a ring. Dime size and rule. Yeah, EF3 that was confirmed southeastern Boone County. I haven't even been able to keep up with everything, honestly. We've just been doing coverage nonstop.
Yeah. Doing coverage, went to sleep.
Woke
Woke
up
up,
and turned around and
coverage
did more
again.
coverage. Give Cody Hudson a call.
Hey, Dan.
Hey man, what are you seeing with that storm that's coming into the south side of Harrison?
Well, I just left the airport. I'm gonna go a little bit further south. Just some decent structure, some occasional CG and range shafts, and a little bit of some hail. I thought I saw a little hail shaft kind of shimmering. You know how they shimmer a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But right now, nothing. I'm going to move a little south since it's going to be, looks like the south end of the county. So I'm going to go down here south of Harrison. I've got a nice, flat, wide open that's pretty much due east of where the Gator camera's at.
Okay.
So I'm going to push down there. And
See if
a
you can
good
get
shot
that
at
puppy
it.
working too.
Oh man, I know.
Yeah.
So what was it? It was just the power was out on it, or?
It got struck by lightning, so it reset the power, and then I don't know. I don't know if DNS is enabled where it resets the IP address, but when it comes
Yeah,
back
I had
up,
that problem with,
it doesn't
I
work.
have a problem with my security cameras at home. They'll do that when the power goes out. It resets the IP cameras.
Yeah.
IP, so I got to go in there and fix everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go south there, like Highway 7 and Valley View Church Road, I think it is Valley View. It's got a nice, good wide field, wide view from there. So, did you see that Mammatus shot I sent you?
No, I haven't.
Man, oh man, that original cell that come through, man, it was just the Mammatus was beautiful, and the structure, like oh, it was just amazing, man.
That was an impressive cell. I'm thankful it didn't produce a tornado, but
I know I saw a bunch of hail shafts on it, but yeah, I'm gonna go down here. It's gonna take me about probably 10 minutes to get down there, but I'm gonna reposition a little further south so I get a better view of it.
people are saying Melissa Cleveland. Do you know Melissa at all by any chance? She says
I've seen her throughout Facebook.
Yeah. Well, she's right
What
there.
did she say?
Says it's Valley View Church Road on Highway 7 near Harrison Faith Church, and she's saying that that's a great spot. That's a good road to see.
I've used that spot for since I've been spot like the last 17 years. So
Nice. Well, she said, "Be safe. Keep us updated.
will.
We still got people
will.
that are wondering about Boone County."
Okay, yeah, I got my stream up and running, so if you ever need to pop in there, I'm going to keep it up and running so
Okay.
everything blows out.
We'll bring that up. Do you have any view at all, or nothing right now?
No, I'm meandering my way through all these little side roads here, so you're not going to really see much, but I should be in my spot here in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
All right.
Maybe a little less than that, so.
Oh, I can see the anvil. It's a pretty crisp anvil.
Oh man, yeah, the original cell had a really good anvil on it, and that Mammatus, I time lapsed the Mammatus, so I'll get that up here after
Considerable
a while.
severe thunderstorm warning for that area. You're in the considerable severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay, what they got any tags or anything on it?
Yep, they're considerable, which is I'll tell you here very shortly. there's the track that we're seeing. Let me get the camera off the screen. That's not important. So this does include the Harrison, Bergman area, Olvie, Red Bank. This is definitely going to hinder recovery efforts. But if we look at the information here, 60-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball size hail.
Yeah, I had that first hill that passed through where it was warned earlier. It was kind of blowing me all over the road. I mean, it wasn't like anything. It was just really gusty. I had trouble keeping it on the road a little bit, but I drive a Bronco, so it's like a sail in the wind.
So someone was asking who I'm speaking with. I've got it on there right now. This is live storm spotter video from Cody Hudson. You can see the anvil off in the distance at the top of the screen, clearing sky. You're probably driving south at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm working a little south of that, so that way I don't get clobbered with rain and can get a good view of it. So,
all right. And Melissa said she got the she got next gen up, so that's good. She got the warning. Did it come in, Melissa, with the voice as well, or was it just a call? Oh yeah, you can definitely see that structure. What beautiful storm in terms of visibility.
I'll be in my spot here probably in less than a minute. So
all right,
I'll get there. I'll get.
So Samantha, we're giving live coverage on streaming, knwa.com, as well as Facebook Live. At the moment, this storm is entering out of our fringes of our weather coverage area, and that's why we're providing coverage. If this goes tornado warned, we'll immediately go on the television, and even before if it starts ramping up. But as of now, we're looking at hail that's golf ball size. Maybe that rotation's starting to increase a little bit, but it's actually anticyclonic. So there's different circulations that are going on in different locations.
Dan, I want to point something out that I all these the platforms you're streaming on. We run Roku at our house, so I just want to tell everybody, you can't get Facebook, you can't get none of that on Roku. YouTube, because I know you're probably streaming this to your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So if everybody's running just Roku, then go to YouTube. I don't remember what your name is on there, but I know that's what we use at the house.
It's Mr. Weather Dan is the is the thing.
Well, it looks like. Hang on, let me get back to my spot here. There's not a whole lot of places I can really park here. Oh, wow. There's some good structure. Let me get turned around here.
Yeah. Hold on just a sec.
Yeah, look at that.
Gotta get rid of the
Yeah, no, I will. I'll get rid of the camera. But I just want to make sure these are the right spotters. Yeah, it's still the right spotters. Okay, so that's good. I got to add this data set, by the way.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to add that data set. And I got to add that to my thing too. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I could see that structure. It looks pretty elevated, though.
It doesn't have really the bases are pretty high, but it's definitely got some heavy rain in it. That's actually looking back towards. I'll put my finger right about there.
Okay, hold on. I don't have a live view. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
Just a sec. I got to add something real fast. See, this is why we do it ahead of time, because it takes a lot to put all this stuff together. I guess I can't do a search this way. Hold on just a second. Live radar. I'm looking for it. Do you see it, Dak? Live radar sweep stream. I don't remember what I called it. Let me look here real quick.
I see a bunch of scud forming getting pulled up into the storm right there just over Gaither Mountain.
Okay, I got to get that working. Hold on. It's going to be. I just pulled that in, but I don't see it. Radar closest stream new. Okay, that's what it's called. So hold on just a second. In the meantime, let me just bring up your stream live Sorry, you can't do this stuff in real time. When you're live, to configure everything, it's just impossible. But there's a live view here of Cody
So-
Hudson's stream.
Where my finger's at, that's where the Gaither Mountain camera is. See
Oh, that
right
tower?
there?
Yeah, I
one-
do.
One of the, one of the. You see the scud getting sucked up in there.
Yep. So, if not a video of this live stream, the recommendations of other videos for some great weather information. Yep, I'm seeing your finger pointing out the Gaither Mountain camera. Oh, I miss you so much, Gaither. Come on back.
I tried calling Jason, but he didn't answer. I don't know.
He's out of town. He doesn't want to be bothered,
Yeah.
man. He's like,
Yeah,
nope.
I figured, and he said, "Oh, there's plenty of people out and about from, yesterday." Man, that was I was up for 27 hours.
Yeah.
That
Same,
was a wild night last night.
same here. Wow.
And then I wake up to a PDS tornado watch.
Yeah, I know exactly. And we're not done in that area yet. I'm gonna bring this up on weather too. Okay, stand by here. All right, I'm gonna do some behind the scenes here real quick on weather 1. So add the data. You remember what that was called? Was it live radar closest?
Not sure.
Because I was looking for this data set and I couldn't find it. All right, we're doing alphabetically here. Go ahead and keep talking what you're seeing, Cody, while I'm doing this in the background here.
Oh, well, still about the same. Definitely got looks like a lot of heavy rain curtain, and that scud still trying to form and thicken up and get pulled out. But
Okay, here we go.
no winds, here's just a light wind.
Got it. There you go. You get to see all of our storm spotters. There's Cody Hudson. So it shows your location north of that. Is that right? Are you on the north side of the storm?
No, that I just opened up my radar scope app too.
Okay.
That app that I use to run, it's a background spotter network app.
Yeah.
I gotta have it to keep my LSM stream up. So it's I don't know. They hadn't updated the app, and it doesn't work right. So
You're south of the storm, right?
Yeah, I'm south of Harrison, near. I'm on Valley View Church Road, just east of Oaf Road. I think it's right to say East Oaf Road. I'm in the Southgate area, that Harrison Faith Church.
Yeah.
I'm just right down the road, probably a half a mile to the west of there on Valley.
So just to let you know, there is another cell that's ramping up that's southwest of that cell. And it's already got some rotation with it.
You talking about the one that's there moving east of Huntsville?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of looking at that when I was going to
Drop
going
south.
to do and drop south. Of course, you know what's south.
No, yeah. Trash terrain.
Yeah, I've only got one spot right there next to my house, Cedar Point, but that looks north. So,
Man, that is a beautiful view. I'm going to go back to that. Look at this.
I'm going to tilt my camera up a little bit and get a little bit more of that detail in there.
All right, so let's go back to, yeah, you can definitely see that detail. I'm going to go to this. We're going to bring up this sweep and stream here real quick. But I want to show you, there's the activity in near Harrison. And it's starting to pick up in Harrison. Hail core is a little bit east of the Carroll Boone County line now. It's gone down considerably in size. It looks like it's gusting out on your stream too.
Yeah, that's why that scud cloud, it's starting to, it's thickened up a little bit. It's actually look like it's getting pushed out.
It's extremely elevated. If not, you might have a microburst that's developing here. Some gusty winds.
Yeah.
We'll see if that develops a rain foot.
So where the sun, I mean, you can see that rain there kind of blowing out there on the right where the sun's kind of poking through a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that hail? I can't tell if that's a hail shaft right there over the towers or not. It's got that little weird shimmering, like that shiny white shimmer to it.
So someone's saying that they have commercials? What? Okay, that's interesting. Had a few tiny pieces of hail that's coming down sporadic. Renee said we have no power, working on limited battery power, and we have to watch commercials. I have no idea if that's on Facebook or social media or what. We're on TV potentially. Might be on TV, but remember, Boone County isn't really officially in our weather coverage area. But we have Cody Hudson. We have many other viewers on social media and that can watch our television coverage. Can you pick up our signal ever
Oh yeah,
from your house?
Absolutely. Yeah, it comes in clear as a bell there. I'm south of Jasper, 3 or 4 miles up on Mockingbird Hill.
Yeah.
I know Terry Atwood could pick you guys up, but he's further east over there in the Red Star area, just above Boxley in the far western fringes of the county. Pretty much anybody who lives on a mountaintop can beam over and get you guys a signal. So.
Okay, I got you. I knew that was wrong. Hold on just a sec. I gotta update something. There's a lot of setup that goes into all of this stuff, and if it's not set up properly, it doesn't work right.
And especially when you're in a hurry, when it's all really going crazy, and you're.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely the wind's kind of picking up a little bit here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's nothing, but it's blowing a little bit more than what it was.
So Zach's gonna have to make the 7-day, aren't you, Zach?
Yep, gonna have to do that. Gonna have to do some.
Jim, do some push-ups.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I do have to make some graphics about talking about those storms from last night, though.
Is it hailing on you?
No, the rain just started.
Okay, some big hailstones.
Yeah, this my vehicle, the when it rains, I can't tell. Like, is it hailing? Like pea-sized hail? Just the way this vehicle's designed, it's super loud in here when it rains.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look back at the radar because I want to show you what's going on. So here's a look at, got a stream loaded up, but there's Mega Doppler. Don't pay attention to his location. It's not quite accurate.
I'm showing a large hail on the hydro there, just west of Harrison on 392. There's that hail core moving in. 392. I believe that might be the Caps Batavia area.
Yeah, it's not super big though. It's definitely decreased in intensity. I'm gonna say maybe penny or dime size. So it's not even really severe. And they dropped the considerable, by the way.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yep. Oh, see, Helen said, my family's farm is at the base of Gaither Mountain. I'm very grateful for the continuing coverage. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. Now there's got to be some limit to the viewing area because with social media, you could stream every storm. We're not going to be like a Ryan Hall or anything like that just covers storms all across the country. But we'll cover for our viewers and what's happening. So I didn't know about ads. My bad. I don't know about that stuff. I can't help that. YouTube forces it on you. Hopefully you can skip them. But I guess they got to pay the bills somehow. Go back to this stream here. That looks like a pretty garbage storm to me, except for some gusty winds. That doesn't look like much at all. And the storm by Huntsville is weakened too, has dropped off.
I know Dennis Kavanaugh had, I don't know, a couple hours ago or so saying that dry air was starting to push in eastward. It was as far east as Russellville, but that was a couple hours ago. We went from the first line that moved in, we were sitting close to 90 degrees on my car. And then after it went through, it dropped down. I'm sitting at like 73 according to my car's temperature right now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Strong front.
No kidding. Melissa says, I'm all for a garbage storm after last night. Absolutely. Same here. I think we're starting to wind down, and I think this is going to be the last of the weather coverage for the rest of the day, Zach. We'll let this warning go a little more, 20 minutes after it expires. We're going to stop the stream, so probably in about 15 minutes. It's a lot cooler than it rained. Let's look at some of those temperatures and how much it's dropped off.
Yeah, getting along, Justin, here.
82 in Fayetteville, 79 in Springdale. Still very warm in the River Valley. I hope that something doesn't pop.
I'm like a little concerned about the Logan County area, Scott County later on.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Do we have Waldron added in here? We don't. I'm going to have to add that too. Yeah, Jack, it's not as nasty as it was. That's for sure. We've got a spotter on it right here. We'll show you. It's Cody Hudson. He's right underneath it. And just to let you know, too, on the radar, not nearly as impressive. So a little bit of activity that's popping up. Big raindrops. Get some hail.
Not yet. I'm waiting for it, though. We're back off to my south over there towards, I'm looking over back towards Belt Mountain. There's some really cool looking cumulus that I don't know if that's cool that would be, though.
Those are some loud raindrops, man.
Oh, yeah. You need me to mute my mic?
No, you're good. You're good because it's not into the system, so you can still hear it, but it's not as loud. Someone said hailing good in Eagle Heights Church. Is that where you're?
That would be just north of me where I'm at right now, probably a mile and a half, 2 miles when it goes by.
You know, Drew might have a good point here. Listen to this. He says nocturnal tornadoes are dangerous already, but I feel if this was during the middle of the day where businesses were open, more like people on the lake and Bike Fest being crowded, I feel like this devastation situation could have been way worse.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. And we mentioned that last night or early this morning on the stream. That's a really good point, Drew. Very, very great comment because people are hunkered down. They weren't out shopping. They weren't driving around as much. This is at early and more, a lot of people sleeping, but unfortunately we did have some fatalities and one is too many, but it could have been even more.
Yeah, for that type of situation where it went through a highly populated area.
Now, Gabrielle's saying my friend is only alive because she woke up just in time. Now, was that in the Olney area? Because I know you're in the Boone County area, so you tell me exactly what you think. With that report. Yeah, we'll wait till this warning. Once this warning drops, she lives in Pyatt. There you go. Yeah, did you see the tornado, Cody?
You know what? Honestly, I figured it was coming, and I was sitting right where it hit, and I booked it south.
Okay.
I didn't want to, the position I wanted to get into to be in a safe spot didn't have no visibility. So I didn't see it, but I did see, when I turned around there and had my stream up there and went to go, and I was looking back as it was going through Albee towards Garmin, I did see a couple little power flashes that went through, but other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of background light to really stick it out. Plus I had high trees too, so I did see power flashes.
Yeah, you were saying that you saw that. We saw so many power flashes that happened yesterday. It was just crazy. So let's look at some future radar here, and let's zoom out a little bit while we're watching this storm that is starting to weaken. I don't think it's going to remain severe for much longer. But let's take a look at a wider view here, and this is going to be on Weather 1 and the HRRR model, and you're going to see not a whole lot of activity except for a little bit of development that pops up. Little Rock could be getting it again as the energy swings in, but I think we're almost done, Zach. Now Batesville might need to watch it a little bit. So we had a comment from about Batesville. Jessica said, "What are your thoughts about Batesville? My son lives there. I'm a little nervous." They'll definitely need to keep watch, and Toddy Cobian with our sister station KARK is going to be watching that closely, and he'll let you know. But I think the isolated activity should be pretty limited as the energy swings north and kind of out of the area.
I think so, because the main low is well north of us.
Yeah, it's past north. I would like to see real quick, just to analyze what happened last night. Let's go back to water vapor here real quick. I'm going to take a look at this. I don't see very strong winds either with you, Cody.
No, there wasn't. It was just, that little gusty, but nothing. It looked like there's a little reflectivity kind of increased southwest of me there, off 206, maybe in the actual Gator community. Probably just some tailing.
All righty.
I'm gonna work my way down there, but.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we'll keep you on here for a little bit. We got your stream anytime. We can pop it up. So rain's coming down a little heavier. That's a real clear stream too. That works really good.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bandwidth on it, and it's pretty good.
It's not bad. Let me show you what happened. This is the 36-hour water vapor loop, and then there's that energy that's swinging in. And so we mentioned this. Zach, I want to go back even one more day, 48 hours. And we were mentioning what is the low that's going to be responsible for the severe weather. Well, there it is, diving south-southeast through Portland and then turning east. And there was enough of an easterly jog where you had the westerlies that were coming into northwest Arkansas, right at the nose of that dry punch. Now, I'm going to zoom in on this now that we saw where that low developed. I'm going to tilt this just a little bit. And right here is the energy swinging in. There's the thunderstorms that popped up. And that was what happened. That was the energy responsible. Now, why did those storms take off in northwest Arkansas? I think it's a combination of that dry air moving in. Look at that in the mid-levels, steepening the lapse rates and just taking those storms off. Look at that. So you can definitely see that motion. And then actually another wave that came through. So that's that isolated supercell that went through. If we look at the infrared, you're going to see just an explosion of development. So we got to go back 48 hours to look at this. Yeah, so there's the thunderstorms, and then there's that isolated supercell that took over just to the north of Tulsa, continuing eastward. Look at the overshooting tops. Look at what's called the enhanced B at this point. So you knew this storm was cranking. Oh, look at those cold cloud tops that blasted up. And then that storm just didn't stop. That's a day we won't forget anytime soon. Have you seen any of the damage, Cody, in the Rogers area? Have you been there yet?
No, I didn't go there. I just saw everybody's pictures, like Michael and Charles and all them. But I heard, did they have any fatalities over there?
Yeah, they did. They had one in Canal Street. They had one, as you mentioned, in Olney, which you're the one that told me about that. And then they had fatalities in Mays too. So that storm responsible for multiple fatalities.
This is definitely one for the books.
Golly, look at that. You know, honestly, I'm going to think for some reason I have in my mind that Benton County hasn't experienced a tornado fatality until now. I think honestly, I remember looking at a map and Washington County had several, and it may be, you know, the history books aren't written correctly, but I think that at least recently, that's the last most significant tornado since 2019 and 2006, March 12th. Central Avenue in Bentonville looks like a war zone. That's what someone said. Yeah, I believe it. I'm thinking high-end EF2, maybe EF3. There probably will be some spots that are EF3. And that's what the rating was showing.
Did they have any updates over on the track over here? I know last I saw prefab was low end EF3. I'm sure this is probably going to be out there for the next few days finishing up.
Yeah, I have to look and see if anything's on there on the damage assessment toolkit. Let's see. I doubt that stuff is done yet. Yeah, no, there's nothing updated yet in the systems. All right, Cody.
I got pea-sized hail falling on me right now.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a little tiny.
Well, here's the deal, man. We have hit the 3 hour, 30-minute mark, and I think this is going to be the end of our streaming severe weather coverage, plus the fact that Zach's like, I need to put together the forecast and put some stuff. Thanks, Cody, for your report. Thanks for your stream. Thanks for all of the stuff. Yeah, we are, man. We are. Additional cells that are kind of popping up to the west, southwest of that, but just not really taking off. So that's good news. Thanks for all your help, man. Really, really appreciate it.
No problem. I'll keep my stream up. The sun's sticking out, so I'm sure there's going to be some pretty rainbows popping out here in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Cody, for your report, man. You did a great job.
Welcome.
All right.
You're welcome, Dan. Thanks, guys, for staying on it pretty hard.
Appreciate it. All right. Later.
All right. See you.
Love our storm spotters.
Oh, they do such a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really do. And like you said, they're volunteering.
Yeah.
They just want to keep the community safe. Where's that one cell north of Wichita headed? I haven't even seen one north of Wichita. Let's look. If that's the case, that's way west. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Where is that headed? So that's headed southeast, but we just don't have the environment. If that holds together and comes through and causes a bunch of problems, I'm throwing in the towel.
Fold the program.
I'm gonna fold the program. Folding the program. All right. Come on. Drop off warning. I think it will anyways. So there's quarter-size hail reported in Harrison by the public. All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up. Tune in to Fox 24 News at 9. I will not be here. I'm going home. I think we're done with the severe weather coverage. However, I'm not sure about damage and doing damage surveys. I might be out there tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely Tuesday. It is Memorial Day tomorrow. I know you need some time off too. You get a day off tomorrow, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton's had the day off today. Josh, appreciate all his efforts. Really appreciate you guys, man. What a weather team.
It's team effort.
Yeah, big time team effort to keep everybody safe. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. This warning does not last much longer. It will expire before you know it. It's a weak storm. That's going to be the end of it. I hope I don't have to come in and cover storms in the River Valley and eastern sections of northwest Arkansas. I think it's moving out, but it is still warm down there.
Yeah.
It is still humid. We'll be watching it close.
Yep.
All right.
Watching it.
All right, tune in to Zach Gilday's forecast tonight at 9:00. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for all your comments, reports. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. And don't forget those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice, that have sacrificed their lives for our freedoms. We won't forget on this Memorial Day. Thank you, guys.